Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Nocturnal Nerdcast. Pop Culture in the Dark. It is Thursday night. It's our second podcast of the week. And we got some really fun stuff tonight. Let me tell you guys what we have in our list for this evening. We're going to be talking about, in the second hour, the big topics, which are going to be Batman Part 2. We got the Toy Story 5 trailer. We got the House of the Dragon trailer. We're going to talk a little bit about Starfleet Academy. And if there's any other trailers I missed, we will be watching them in the second hour. In the first hour, we got a bunch of interesting stuff. We're going to be talking about AMC and AI, because AI is everywhere. Some more Netflix stuff, some updates on that. Possible tease of a Flash project from James Gunn. And a little bit of discussion about Endgame and an article that came out on Collider. I want to talk about that as well. So we're going to be doing all of that tonight. Before I bring up the guests from the green room, we're going to do some updates, some reminders. Next Monday is the last Nerdcast on a Monday until the summer of this year. Starting the week after that, the Nerdcast will be on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Same time, but a different day for the first of the week. A lot of stuff happens on Tuesdays, and we always seem to miss them, so I'm moving it to Tuesdays for that reason, as well as some other logistical reasons that we're not going to go over here. Rant and Reviews will return in March as our shows come back, so those will come out the night of the show. I'll sit down and record my rant and review as a short, so whether you are a fan of shorts or not, on the Reloaded channel, that's where the reviews will be. They'll be on short form content. And then there's going to be a vertical weekly recap discussion live stream. I don't know how that's going to pan out, like what day of the week I'm going to do that yet, but it will be towards the end of the week. And lastly, just a reminder, there'll be 2 after parties in March, one on the 14th, and then the bonus after party that you guys voted for on the 28th with Paigey. Those are both going to be on Saturdays. So thank you guys so much for that. Now that all the housekeeping is out of the way, we're going to bring up our first co-guest, co-host, co-person on the stream. It is Darren.
Hello.
Is in the house. We do have someone else that's supposed to be here. I'm assuming he'll be here at some point. And then we might have some other people jump in. So we'll figure all that out when people get here. How are you doing today? How is your Thursday?
My Thursday was good. I put together a new office chair, a desk chair, I guess. That was nice.
Okay.
Recorded some pipeline. We had Ben 10 news today for the first time in like 4 years, which is so
I
much
saw
fun.
that. Yeah.
Toy Story trailer brightened my day. So yeah, It was a solid day. It was a day off from work too, so that's always nice.
Okay. That's good. We got a couple of channel members in the chat early. We got Harrison James here. What's going on, Harrison? Good to see you. We also have South Texas Shark in the building. Good to see you as well. And everybody else who's here, thank you so much for being here. Yeah, I'm excited. We're going to save the trailers for the second hour, but we got 2 or 3 of them to look at. And so I am pretty excited. You know, I haven't even seen the Toy Story trailer. So it's going to be, I'll be watching it with everybody for the first time. So Lone Wolf says brand new day synopsis. Is it confirmed? Is it the confirmed synopsis?
It came from like a book, I think. Like it came like from like a Barnes and Noble book or whatever. But
all right, so let me look this up.
It has some info on there that might be interesting.
All right, we're gonna put that in the roster. Then we'll talk about that in just a moment. All right.
An art book, it says.
That's really weird how stuff gets out there. You know what I mean? It is really strange. Okay, I think I have it over here. I'll leave it in the tab for us to look at. Thank you, Lone Wolf. Woody is balding. I did see that picture. I can't wait to see that in the trailer. I'm assuming it was taken from the trailer. So, is that correct? That was from the trailer? Okay. All right. Tony says, Eric, can I have your chair? I mean, you can get this chair. It's online. Beard, I don't know about that one. And you can get the glasses online too. Yeah. So the company that makes these chairs, they're basically gaming chairs, but they make tons of them with different designs and stuff on them. It's the second themed chair I've ever had. I typically just buy normal office chairs because I go through them so quickly. But this was lasted me a really long time. And I think it was like a few $100s, got it on sale. So there we go. We do have a super chat here. I think this is from the Debunks channel. Thank you so much. We're 1 out of 5. We're still all through the month of February. The super chats are going to be set at 5 because I know it's a really tough time of year for everybody. So 5 is the goal for both streams. Cartoon Post YouTube, $5 super chat here. All right, still as a still hold on, let me start it. As a still semi-closeted person, your videos debunking bigotry and stuff are so, I don't know the word, vindicating, I don't know, but they're great. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm really happy to have started a second channel where I can dive into that stuff a little more, I guess, head on, because I didn't want to like try and do it on a channel that is already established because it was a little difficult to get into the algorithm. But the second channel's been doing great. And look, if people were not watching and supporting the content, I wouldn't be able to get it out there. So I appreciate you giving me a shout out, but also thank you for supporting the content as well. If you guys weren't supporting it, then it wouldn't be out there for everybody to see. So thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. We need a little pushback, especially right now. Probably a lot of pushback as of right now. Things are just crazy all over the place. All right, so let's go ahead. Lone Wolf brought it up, so let's do that first. I want to look at the synopsis for Brand New Day, only because it's one of my anticipated movies of the year. I don't know. Is it in your top 3, top 5? I can't remember where you put this at.
It's probably my top 5. It's definitely my most anticipated superhero movie of the year, I'd say.
Okay.
Like out of all the live action superhero movies, this is my number 1, I think.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, Serenity. That's a really, really good idea. We'll do that on Tuesday.
Ooh.
We'll do it on Tuesday, and then since Thursday's still in February, whichever one wins, we will discuss on Thursday. Thank you for that suggestion. It's a really good idea. Yeah, that's a really good idea. Thank you, Serenity. All right, so let's read this here. Let's see. 4 years have gone by since we last caught up with our friendly neighborhood hero. Peter Parker is no more, but Spider-Man is at the top of his game, keeping New York City safe. Things are going well for our anonymous hero until an unusual trail of crimes pulls him into a web of mystery larger than he's ever faced before. In order to take on what's ahead, Spider-Man not only needs to be at the top of his physical and mental game, but he must also be prepared to face the repercussions of his past. What are your thoughts on that?
I think there's a couple of things in there that are interesting. I think the first one that everyone's kind of take from this, it's been 4 years. We're now in 2028.
Right.
And I think the thing that people keep taking away from this won't be a college Spider-Man, most likely, right? If it's 4 years from the last movie, he's either at the very end of college or he's graduated. Or what I'm thinking from this, maybe he didn't go at all. Maybe he didn't even attend college, because it says here, like, Peter Parker is no more, but Spider-Man is at top of his game. If Peter's dead, he may have not even gone to college. He was just like, well, what's the point? I'm Spider-Man. I don't need this. I'm just going to do this. But the superhero game, which will be interesting to see how that plays out. I'm interesting to see like what the thing from his past is. Like, what's the repercussions of his past? Is it the spell? Is it these villains coming back into the fray, like Scorpion? Is it whatever the Hulk is doing in this movie? We'll see.
Okay. So I'm going to read through it line by line quickly and just see what I think of it. 4 years have gone by. It's caught up to the neighborhood hero. Okay. Peter Parker is no more, but Spider-Man is the top of his game, keeping New York City safe. So he is actually in the spotlight. He is doing what we know Spider-Man does, and everybody probably loves him for doing it. Is he going to get trashed by the papers and the online media? Because that's typically what happens when he rises up. Things are going well for our anonymous hero until an unusual trail of crimes pulls him into a web of a mystery larger than he's ever faced before. How could it be larger than like...
That has to be like a hyperbole.
Yeah, like Infinity War and Endgame is probably the largest mystery he's ever dealt with. But this one,
No Way Home, we have like all the multiverses crashing into each other. Like,
I guess the word larger is the one that's like you have to think of. What does that mean? Does it mean emotionally larger, or does it mean like Villain-wise, is it the most amount of villains he's ever faced off against? Like, I don't know. Larger's doing a lot of heavy lifting of that one. Go ahead.
I mean, maybe it's just because he has to do it on his own this time. Like,
that's a good point.
We know Punisher and Hulk are come in eventually, but maybe at the first half he's on his own. He doesn't have the support of the Avengers or Nick Fury or the other Spider-Man. It's just him versus the city. So maybe that's what that means.
You know what's weird? I didn't think about this till now, but some of the characters that he comes in contact with that still don't remember anything because of the spell. What were you going to say?
Reed has a good point. What if it's a pun? What if they mean the Hulk?
Oh,
the largest.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe.
But the crazy thing is, as long as we're dealing with this forgetful spell thing, which, by the way, if we get the reset, we're going to get, you know, if it is true that we're getting like a world reset, a universe reset in Secret Wars, it won't really matter too much at that point.
Yeah.
But as of right now, anyone that he comes in contact with that he's known previously, he's got to lie to them.
Yeah.
That's, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that, because he knows who they are, but they don't know who he is. So that's a little, I don't know. It's a little strange. In order to take on what's ahead, Spider-Man not only needs to be at the top of his physical and mental game, but also prepared to face the repercussions of his past. I think that has something to do with him keeping the secret. Right? Because did we talk about the fact that Bruce Banner forgot Spider-Man, but Hulk didn't? Is that real? Where do I remember hearing that at?
I think
is that from the comics?
I think it's a comics thing, yeah.
So, like, the spell worked on Bruce, but didn't work on the Hulk. So the Hulk is the only person that remembers who he is.
Maybe, but I don't know if that works in the MCU because they've never met. Like they probably have technically met off screen, but like from an audience POV, they've never interacted in the MCU, which is crazy to think about because
we've got people with a lot better memories than I do from the comics. So yeah, that was from the comics after One More Day. So that's what I'm remembering.
Okay,
that's what it is. Yeah, I was going to say I do believe that was the case. I'm wondering if that has something to do with why the Hulk is in this movie. Are they going to do that? I don't know. Pretty interesting. Anyway, thank you so much for that. Interesting topic, Lone Wolf. All right. The next thing I want to talk about is AMC and AI. And this one's kind of interesting. I don't think we're going to get away from discussing AI for a while. I feel like it's going to be in the news a lot. So that's the unfortunate reality. So there was a rumor that came out that AMC was going to be showing this movie called Thanksgiving Day. And you could already tell from the picture that it's AI. Like, it immediately is like, okay, this is an AI photo, right? So, but there was a lot of online backlash. And even I said, I was like, I'm not going to go. If this is playing in front of a movie that I'm going to see, I will literally wait until it's done. And then I will go in and see my movie. I will not go in and watch this. It says AMC theaters will not screen the AI short film Thanksgiving Day, which sparked online outrage. The movie recently won a film festival. How though? Like, if I were somebody, was it a specific AI festival, or did somebody submit this to a regular film festival and they won with it? Because that would make me, if I were in that festival, it would make me so fucking angry.
Yeah.
The movie recently won a film festival contest and received a prize that included being screened at cinemas across the U.S. The festival was organized by Screen Vision Media, an advertising company that supplies the 20-minute pre-show that 20 minutes? Oh my God. The 20-minute pre-show, I think that's the one where like ask you like questions and stuff like that. So they were going to run this instead of that. That runs before movies at major theater chains, including some AMC locations, as well as classic cinemas and TCL Chinese theaters. This content is an initiative from Screen Vision Media, which manages pre-show advertising for several movie theater chains in the United States and runs in fewer than 30% of AMC's U.S. locations. AMC was not involved in the creation of this content or the initiative and has informed Screen Vision that AMC locations will not participate. A spokesperson for AMC said in a statement. So my question is this good or is this bad? Like, do you think this is a net positive, or do you think it's them just pretending to give a shit? Like, what do you think it is?
I mean, probably pretending to give a shit. Like, if it was making money, then they'd probably be like, "Oh yeah, this is great for us, and this is great for the brand." But probably just swing whatever looks best for their company at the moment.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good they're not actively, supporting it. But yeah, I'd prefer if it wasn't in theaters at all. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I think you're right about like it winning is kind of disgusting. Like not a real film winning a film award, like a film festival, is just gross. And like you said, I hope there wasn't other real films going against it, because that's just disrespectful to the.
Yeah, can you imagine that something you've worked on for months and months and months gets beaten by an AI movie?
I'd protest. Like, I really think
I wonder. That. Let me look up and see what it won. All right, so the movie is 8 minutes long. It's completely generated by AI, meaning there's no actual work done to it other than AI. It's about a bear and a platypus traveling through the galaxy in a spaceship.
Okay.
Let's see. Here's the article. Igor Alfarov's Thanksgiving Day wins inaugural Frame Forward AI animated film festival. Okay. I don't have a problem with. I have zero problems with that. If it's an AI festival and it was all AI movies competing, fair enough. I don't have an issue with that. Look how bad this looks, though. It just looks bad. It looks like it literally. I look at stuff now and I can tell almost immediately if it's AI. Just the way it's framed, the weird smudging of the lines around things. It's really weird. It's going to get better, and it is going to be harder to tell, but right now it's just so bad. It looks so bad.
Yeah.
And then also we have Matthew McConaughey here talking about AI. I thought this would be really interesting to check out. He sort of gives his take on how actors should be dealing with this, and I thought it was a unique perspective worth listening to. Because actors, I always wonder how they feel and what power they have. And he says something here that's really interesting. So let's check this out. It's a very short clip.
It's coming. It's already here. Don't deny it. It's not enough. It may be for you, but it's not going to be enough to sit on the sidelines and make the moral plea that, no, this is wrong. It's not going to last. There's too much money to be made. It's just too productive. It's here. All right, so I say, get your own yourself, voice, likeness, etc. Trademark it, whatever you got to say.
Oh, you did that.
Yeah. Own yourself. So when it comes, not if it comes, no one can steal you, but they're gonna have to come to you to go.
So
can
weird.
I? Or they're gonna be in breach, and you'll have the chance to be your own agency and go, yeah, for this amount, or no. Okay, it's coming. Is it going to be another category, or is it going to infiltrate our category? It's damn sure going to infiltrate our category. I think it'll end up, does it become another category? Will we be in 5 years having films, the best AI film, the best AI?
I mean, we already have that now. We just had the
Maybe.
festival.
I think that might be the thing, is that becomes another category. I'm not sure. It's going to be in front of us in ways that we don't even see it. It's going to get so good, we're not going to know the difference. That's one of the big questions of what we're doing right now, is the question of reality. It's more hazy than ever. In a very exciting way, I think, but also
I don't know about that.
Scary way.
So, an interesting thing here, it was Matthew McConaughey and Timothée Chalamet, is his advice about trademarking your image, like who you are, your name and everything. It's really crazy that we live in a world now where that's something you kind of have to do if you're an actor.
Yeah.
Because look at what happened with Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt in that clip that we looked at the other day. I don't know if you're here for it or not, but the clip that's been cycling around with the AI really bad looking fight that they did. I think it's important that they watch after themselves and make sure they're taking care of themselves. But I would say at a certain point, and Darren, I don't know if you think about this or not, but anybody who is making content like our content probably should do the same thing.
Yeah.
Only because if someone wants to imagine they train an AI on one of these clips, right? One of our live streams. There's more than enough information here to make a cheat, like a fake clip of us. They could make a clip and make it look so real and doing so much shit that makes us look bad that we might have to sue, but it would be hard to do if we don't trademark ourselves.
Yeah.
So Serenity here says that's not new. It's what Jessica Simpson did and advised her peers to do, and they did. She trademarked her name and made the Jessica Simpson brand, which was followed by the Kardashians, Rihanna, etc. It's new in the sense of why they're doing it, Serenity.
Yeah.
Like, that's different. To me, trademarking yourself as an actor or a musician or whatever before was about branding issues. You wanted to make sure that you were able to make money off of your likeness in a way that's for branding, and that does make sense. What Matthew here is saying is that you need to do it specifically to protect yourself from AI.
Yeah.
You know, Columbia Rican here says McConaughey trying to get into politics. I agree with some of his AI stuff he talked about. He has shitty politics. Yeah. I'm not. This has nothing to do with what I think of him politically. I think it's really interesting about about how actors are looking at the world of AI right now. And we have one more AI discussion clip here. Let's see here. Justine Bateman, which I think is really interesting. Does anybody remember Justine Bateman? I don't know if anybody remembers her or not. I remember her. Pepperidge Farm remembers. All right, here we go.
The fact that you can now change old work, what we call locked pictures. Citizen Kane, The Wizard of Oz, great example that just happened. Now, it used to be prohibitive logistically and financially to go into an old film, open it up and change it, to essentially shoot new scenes. How are you going to get the actors back? Most of them are dead. We talk about an old film. Now you can do it. And so the risk is that all the work, all the people that built this business that we are standing upon can now be altered, which I think is beyond unethical. It's heinous to me, creatively, professionally. No consent from any of these people. Most of them passed away. And I think it's part of our responsibility as stewards of the entertainment business right now to make sure that that stops happening. I could go on for hours, but I'm sure that's enough.
Okay. So she's talking about the ethical nature of going in and changing
that all the work.
The ethical nature of going in and changing stuff from like Wizard of Oz without the consent of the actors or anybody involved with the creative process. How do you feel about that? Because I think you could say that about anything dead or alive, whether or not people are consenting to any of the stuff that's being done. Because think about this. If AI takes a shot from a movie and transforms that shot, it's a shot that was created by a person.
Yeah.
So, do you have any thoughts on that? Do you agree, disagree?
No, yeah, like no new thoughts. I feel like we've mentioned this quite a few times, but yeah, obviously, like I don't want AI having this much power in the film industry. I don't like the idea that we could just, I don't know, we can take all these iconic actors, be like, yeah, but make their hair blue, or whatever, like make them fly or whatever. It's a scary thought.
I think it's okay if you're doing it for fun. I think that's fine. I don't necessarily agree with it, but you're not taking work away from people. I think when corporations and studios get access to it and start using it, then it becomes a problem. Because I don't know if I want to go around and police people's personal usage of stuff like this, but I think when we're talking about making money or in the jobs industry, it becomes something different, So.
I think it's just, and again, we've had this conversation a lot, but it's just that there aren't those like guardrails, right? Mm-hmm. It's like I can say, hey, this is a fun little silly thing now, but like there's nothing. The like more we do it, the more we justify it, the more studios and industries and companies are going to be pushing for it, and the stronger and more powerful it gets, and we're getting to a point where it's going to be almost impossible to go back to like.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think that's not really an issue. Like, public domain is a legality thing. It just really comes down to whether or not you're allowed to do it. I think what Justine was arguing is whether or not it's ethical to do it, which is not a legal argument in the same way. So, but I get what you're saying. What's up, Amethyst? Haven't seen you in forever. Wow, good to see you. Good to see you. All right, so the next thing I want to talk about, and this is going to be the last like heavy topic I wanted to talk about it, is the Paramount Netflix thing. But again, I'm going to keep it very quick. We're not going to spend a lot of time on this. Updates to this. Now, everybody saw online that, and the reason why I don't want to talk too heavy about it, too long about it, is there's a lot of moving parts right now. It's moving very quickly, and actually, that's one of the things that have been brought up to the government and to Warner Brothers in general, is that this is moving faster than it should, because a lot of people believe the government is trying to push all this through. But it says here, most WBD staffers now favor Netflix acquiring Warner Brothers Studios and HBO Max rather than being fully consumed by David Ellison's Paramount Skydance, sources tell Variety. By the way, also, someone that worked for Paramount previously was hired to be part of Warner Brothers division overseas, which sends a signal that they do not want to be acquired by Paramount, because they're hiring someone that no longer works for Paramount. They left Paramount. So why would they do that if they weren't sending a message? Anyway, WB film staffers who once feared Ted Sarandos would gut theatrical now believe that Netflix plans to keep the studio largely intact. We're going to watch a video clip on that as well. A key turning point came December 17th, 2 weeks after Netflix announced the deal with WBD, when Sarandos and Greg Peters addressed employees concerned at a Warner Brothers town hall on the studio lot. David Ellison's cozy relationship with the Trump administration and CBS News rightward shift under Barry Weiss have given WB staffers pause. And if you look now at the news division for CBS, it is in shambles. It is falling apart. It's financially crumbling, because I think the general public doesn't want or is capable of seeing propaganda now. It's very obvious when you take a network that was not a propaganda network and you turn it into propaganda, then people get to see what that looks like. Then it becomes obvious to them. Fox News has been doing propaganda media for years, so people didn't necessarily notice it because it's just, they've always done it. But when something like CBS goes from reporting news to doing propaganda and pulling things from their lineup because Trump doesn't like it, then it becomes very obvious to people that's the shift. So, yeah, that's the issue, and this is really interesting. Let's watch a quick clip from Ted Sarandos talked about what he wants to do theatrically with Warner Brothers. And I think this is really interesting because out of everything, and this is a recent video, out of everything, this is my biggest concern. I want to make sure movies are being put out into theaters and they're going to get a long enough time in theaters to be seen by the public on the big screen and not jump right into like home streaming. So let's hear what's said here.
Stuff that you've said about Warner Brothers, because as you know, I've been critical of the whole windowing question. Windowing is absolutely key to the future of the movie business.
Yeah.
And you
I'm not, by the way, I'm not doing any coded talk with you though. When I talk to you about it, when I say it's going to be traditional, it's going to look like it did last year and the year before.
All right, but let's get you on the record here.
I'm on the record.
45 days. You said we will honor the 45-day window. Does that mean 45 days to HBO Max? Does that mean 45 days to transactional purchases, then premium video on demand, then something like 90 days to HBO Max? What does it mean?
It means 45 days of theatrical exclusivity, which has been the issue that people have been mostly pushing.
45 days of theatrical exclusivity, meaning that he is going to give the theaters what they want, and I'm happy about that. If this is an honest-to-goodness, good faith thing from him, Darren, go ahead. Say what you're going to. I feel like you have some thoughts on that.
I mean, that's what I said, like day one of this happening. If they want to be good, if they want to become the good guys, if they want to see this as an absolute win, be this hero that is saving the industry. It's like, we bought this, but we are going to save the industry. We're going to do all these things. We're going to keep the movies in the movie theater. Because that's the only thing people had going for Paramount, right? Paramount's whole thing was we're gonna give it to theaters like Netflix won't, and this is him being like, no, we are going to put it in the theaters. We are going to give what people want. Now, could they go back on this? Sure. Right, in 3-4 years, they could be like, "Oh, we're whatever," and it'll be interesting to see. Like, again, it's going to be impossible to see the full consequences of this until it's here, until it's happening.
Well, I want them to give it a shot. If you're going to commit to this, give it a shot and see what it does. See how it works out for you. Because right now, the only studio putting their foot down on theatrical releases, as much as people talk shit about them, is Disney. It's the only one. Disney's their windows are typically around a 60-day window for most of their movies now.
And it works for them. It works really, really well for them. Avatar and Zootopia are both over the $1 billion mark, and they're still in cinemas.
Right.
Still, that is insane.
This rush to get stuff on streaming doesn't make a lot of sense. I know they think it does, but it doesn't. Disney is a prime example. They keep their movies in theaters longer than anybody else by 20 days, usually more than 20 days sometimes, right? They do that, and they made the most money last year and the year before that. Mm-hmm. So why is it that people don't look at that and go, hey, Disney is leaving their movies in theaters longer and they're making more money off of their movies?
Yep.
It seems like simple math. Like, how do you get this wrong? Anyway, let's see what the rest he has to say here.
Which I think has the most impact.
But the theaters are skeptical of this because they don't want it to go directly to HBO Max or Netflix.
It'll go from
so
theaters to PVOD to HBO Max
with a transactional element in there.
That's the PVOD window, yeah.
No, meaning downloads.
That's the PVOD window, yeah.
Meaning you can own it rather than rent.
Yes, but look at, and again, we've not ironed out what that is going to be. Mm-hmm. But the core thing that these were important.
So PVODs, all right, so let me explain to everybody. Go ahead, Darren. I'll explain to everybody what that means.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, PVODs are like when something is in theaters and it comes out like around the same time as it being in theaters, you have an option to rent for like, $20 or buy it for $25. That's what that PVOD is.
Which I'm actually really glad he fought on like the definition of that, because that was one of my concerns too, was I was like, okay, are we going to be able to purchase these DC movies, these, all of the, of these, like Harry Potter show when that comes out, like, are they going to continue to do these digital and physical releases of these projects? And it seems like, yes, hopefully based on it seems like anything that is Warner Brothers will still get that same treatment. And I think that is very important for many people to still have the physical media of, again, like a Batman Part 2 or, whatever, like Barbie 7 when that comes out, whatever they want to do. Like, I'm glad that they're still, it seems like there's no real difference for now, except they just own it and they're in charge of how it gets put out and the ultimate decision. Which I
also want to remind everyone, and this is really important, Warner Brothers has been the only real competitor to Disney the last like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. If
you look at the like Universal, Paramount, Sony, they've been kind of dangling in the weeds a little bit. Warner Brothers, depending on what time of year you look at it, has either been close to Disney and at times they beat Disney in quarters. Now, Disney always comes out on top at the end of the year because they just do. But Warner Brothers has been very, very close. I believe in my heart of hearts, and this, I've looked at the data before. I think if Warner Brothers commits to a 10 to 15 day longer window, like Chet is saying here, like a 45-day theatrical window, they could actually edge out Disney on some of their stuff because they have really good IPs and they have a lot of movies they could be putting out. David Zaslav, not so good for that. Maybe Ted Sarandos will be better when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's hear what the last bit he has to say.
It'll feel traditional in terms of how many days in the theaters and how long to get to HBO Max, or HBO, whatever the time.
Would you agree to put that in writing and guarantee it if it's a condition of this deal?
All right, well, he didn't get the answer to that.
Oh, no,
anyway, I'm guessing the answer would be yes, because otherwise nobody's going to believe him. You have to sign off on something like that. Because that's really, when you look at all these papers talking about the Paramount Netflix thing, and they're kind of walking us through this, the one big issue that people have is this theatrical window. That seems to be the sticking point for the shareholders over at Warner Brothers, because Paramount keeps pushing ahead saying, we're going to give you more money. We're going to do theatrical window, blah, 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 all these things. You have to put that in writing. It has to exist there in writing for them to make that decision. Otherwise, they're not going to do it. I don't think they're going to actually commit to it without that. So we'll see. I'm hoping that Netflix gets out on top, only because fuck Paramount. Michael DeFonte here, a member for 18 months. Thank you so much, Michael, for supporting the stream. Please click the like and thumbs up button. It helps the channel grow, and click subscribe and the bell button for alerts of new shows and videos. Thank you so much, Michael. Thank you for being a channel member. Shout out to all of our channel members, and do what Michael says here. I believe in peer pressure, and this is peer pressure. So do it because you have to do it. Amethyst, as a member for 72 months. Thank you for the support, Amethyst. And again, good to see you. Glad to be here. 45 days is reasonable. I actually think 45 days would help all movies. Like, this rush to streaming that happened because of COVID doesn't exist anymore. Let movies cook in theaters for a while. Put it on the oven, turn it on high, stir it a little bit, but let it cook for a while. You don't have to rush it into the bowl. You don't want your pasta to be soggy. You want nice, firm pasta that sticks to the wall. That's what I want. So,
which is something that like Warner Brothers isn't even doing. Like Superman did not have a 45-day window.
No, it had 35 days. I think it was 35.
So this could even do better than what we have right now, which would be crazy to think about. Out of all the people, it's like Netflix was the one to do it. But again, like I think they're, as much as it sucks that everyone owns everything, like maybe in a couple years we might look back on this and be like, you know what, Netflix did good. Netflix helped the studio.
I hope they did. I actually think if we get the best of all of this, it's going to make Netflix better, and it's going to make Warner Brothers better. Because I tell you what, Discovery has made Warner Brothers worse. That connection, bad, so bad.
Yeah, and it makes other studios better too, because then there's more competition, right?
Yeah.
When Warner Brothers does good, it means Disney has to be, oh shit, okay, get our shit together. We can't just put out slop, and so it makes them work harder. So I think it's just good for everyone. It's good for the entire industry.
Yeah. Shout out Katie did. Thank you for making your clips have been great recently. I've had some great clips to react to. So thank you so much for putting those out. Check out Katie Did's channel. Paramount claims to release 30 movies a year. I've already talked about this. There's a certain amount of movies that you release where you start to overlap with your own films.
Yep.
And you'll see less money because you've got people, you're spreading out your fans too much. Look, one of the biggest problems Disney has right now is they have too many IPs.
Yep.
That's the problem. People say, what's Disney's issue? What's the problem with Disney? Is it woke? Is it D? No, they have too many IPs and they don't properly space them out. This is why we see overlapping Disney movies. Like, if you look at the big months, like the summer months and then the months around the end of the year, you will see like they have stuff coming out on top of each other. They have too many things. And this is why if Paramount had access to Warner Brothers, let me explain to you in a nutshell why I think it's better in general, outside of all the political shit. Netflix doesn't really compete in the cinema market. That's not really a big market for them. So if they acquire Warner Brothers, they are acquiring a market that they don't really participate in. If Paramount gets Warner Brothers, they're in a competing market together, these two big studios competing in the same market together. And as much as I love that Disney got access to some of those Fox characters, obviously with the X-Men and stuff, you see that overlapping of two major studios in cinemas is not always good for films and franchises. So, yeah. Cody with the $5 super chat is if Netflix is smart, they'll use WB to release their own films to theaters. Exactly. That's a great point. So Warner Brothers could be that model that pushes some of their movies into a more prestigious category, a must-see category for film goers, because they might overlook a Netflix film in movies, but if it's a Netflix film released to Warner Brothers in movies, that's different. That's a different experience. So I think you're right, Cody. But look, you have stuff like K-pop Demon Hunters, which would have been an incredible movie to release in theaters first. Look at what it did online for Netflix and how much money it made when it went into theaters. Compared to that, you could have had it out in theaters first through WB and made a ton of money at theaters. I believe that would have been $1 billion movie.
Yeah.
I think K-pop Demon Hunters would have been $1 billion movie. That's just me. The standard before COVID was everybody stayed in theaters until they couldn't stay there anymore. You're talking like 45 plus windows, 45 days plus windows for things. They didn't rush them out. But COVID, ever since they tried doing like same day and date, it's just like everybody tries to rush things to streaming. Yeah, render the sauce, let it simmer. I agree, Harrison. I totally agree. Columbia Rican here with the $5 super chat. It says, I'm worried that Paramount is not going to let up on going after WB, and being close to this admin can possibly exhaust WB from saying no. No means no. I think, okay, so I'm going to give you guys a little ray of hope on this. So walk with me through the forest on this one. If the government interferes too much in this, corporations will be pissed. The large corporations will be mad because they already have to jump through enough hoops. If the government plays shenanigans and Parcheesi and chess and any other game you can think of with this particular transaction, other companies are going to be fucking mad about it.
Yeah.
And they don't want to lose trust in the company. So they can only push but so much. And I think if you look at where things are right now, Paramount isn't a big player in the movie theaters anymore. They put movies out, but they've struggled. Their news division is suffering. All this other shit with like the FCC going after people. There's so many things happening right now that make Paramount look bad that it's almost like forcing someone into a toxic relationship. It's like, yeah, I know that this person is not good for you, but you have to be with them. And I don't think the government wants to make these companies feel like that's the position they're in. So I'm hoping that that's what's going to happen. I don't know, but we'll see. Thank you for your super chat. Lone Wolf with a $5 super chat. I think it's cool Amazon letting people buy tickets to see Project Hail Mary a week early. Are either of you aware of this? Or you're going to try and see it early? I looked online, and like I said, I don't have a lot of theaters close by me. So anywhere that does early stuff, I had to deal with this with Frankenstein as well. It's hard for me to get access to it. I don't know. Darren, are you seeing it early? Have you checked or?
I'm hearing of that, but that's really cool. I'm really excited for Project Hail Mary. That's probably my most anticipated like original movie of 2026, like non-franchisal, non-big company based movie. I think it looks incredible. I'm really excited for it.
I actually, I feel like 2026 is going to be 2024 or 2020? Was it 24? Where we had so many movies to go and see that it became pretty tough. I feel like we're in that spot again this year because there's so many things I'm looking forward to. You
know what's funny? I was talking. I filmed the pipeline today, and we were talking about Endgame, and we were talking. It's kind of 2019 again. Like we have a new Star Wars movie, a new Avengers movie, a new Spider-Man movie, all in the same year. Exactly the same as 2019.
That's pretty funny. I didn't even think about that. All right, so let's see what we got. First, before we get to the next topics, let me tell you guys what the polls look like at the moment, because we got some options over here on... Actually, there's no poll in the Debunks channel, and I will explain what it is that I'm going to be giving if we reach the goal in a second. But there is one in the Reloaded channel. We had someone show up in the green room. Anybody want to guess who it is?
Barack Obama.
Yes, here he is.
Yeah.
Welcome, Barack Obama, to the stream. Actually, it's Joypad Jake. Almost Barack Obama. Very close, though. I was like, you're right there.
A little different.
Yeah, a little bit. Anyway, all right, so over in the Reloaded channel, if you guys hit the goal, we're 2 out of 5. I'm doing something different. You guys are going to pick a special summer video series that I'll be doing June, July, and August. And here's what they are going to be. Every week in June, July, and August, I will do one of these if we hit the goal tonight. So the first one is weekly rankings with guests. Now that will be a pre-recorded video where we will rank random things every week, and they will get uploaded as a video series weekly. The other one is roundup reviews of movies and TV shows. Now, what this would be is we will pick a couple of shows each week, and then we will talk about them in a roundtable discussion with some sort of game involved, which is different from this. You'll see with that one. The other one is box office breakdowns each week. Now, you guys know how much I hate numbers, but I'm very good at figuring them out. So if my arm gets twisted in this poll, it gets twisted in this poll, and I will do it. So that's what I'm going to do. Because I know Grace Randolph does it with her movie math. So I will be doing it with, I'll call mine excited algebra. I don't know, something like that. And then the last
a little more math and a little less meth.
Yeah. The last one, and this is one that I think might be fun, is each week I will pick a random Arrowverse episode with a guest. We'll watch that episode, and then we'll do a rewatch review. Now, this is similar. People have done this stuff before. I know there's like entire season rewatches and things like that. I did something like this with Darren, similar to this with Darren. Was it your stream that I did this?
Which one? Which?
Where we watched like an episode of something. No, we talked about movies in yours.
We did.
Yeah. So these will be rewatch of big Arrowverse episodes.
Actually, we did that for your channel years ago, right?
That we did. That's what it was. So it was me. I'm giving you credit for something that I did.
We met.
Yeah, that's true. So yes, actually, it's funny. Out of all of those, the Arrowverse option is winning. So
Yeah, of course.
It'd be hilarious if you somehow did like my favorite one right out the gate.
Well, hold on to your favorite one, because if that wins, you might be able to just pick the one you want to do. So
is it Ladies' Day Out?
Oh,
Nah.
That's a good one. That's a great one, actually. It's my favorite one. All right.
You're not a good liar.
We got a super chat here from Lone Wolf, $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Lone Wolf. I've asked Eric, but want to ask Darren and Jake opinion now on film quality wise. Oh, I remember you asked this. I think it was Paige and I. Project Hail Mary or Disclosure Day. Which one wins the box office? I guess you mean by numbers because you say win. I'm assuming that's what you mean. So, go ahead.
I think Project Hail Mary, I assume. There's been way more marketing. Jake Gyllenhaal is a... Jake Gyllenhaal? No, Ryan, sorry.
Ryan Gosling.
I just watched Far From Home. Sorry, he's on my brain. Like Ryan Gosling's a big star. Again, marketing has been insane for that. I think that movie has had better marketing than I've seen probably for any original IP movie in a very long time. Like, you would think that some kind of sequel or a Marvel movie or something like that. It's had like 4 separate trailers and posters and promotions, not to mention who's directing the movie are pretty bigger names now. Disclosure Day, I think they need to push it a little bit more because there's been one trailer and it comes out in about 3 months. So
yeah,
that's true. I didn't think about that. Jake, what do you think?
I feel like they're just relying on the fact that Disclosure Day is a Spielberg movie and they're expecting that to sell itself, and it might not. Like word of mouth might really have to help Disclosure Day, but Hail Mary has had so much push leading up to it. So that's what's probably going to help it, in my opinion.
Spielberg,
not to say one will be better than the other, but all this press has really helped Hail Mary. So
Spielberg, as much as I like him, is not the name it used to be, right? Mm-hmm. Like, obviously, he has a fantastic catalog, but he's also had some not as as revered projects as he once did. So he's kind of a mixed bag of a director nowadays, I'd argue. And I feel like he's a director you kind of have to be like, just like see what the reviews say first and then go see it. But I think both will do okay, probably.
Right. Okay, so in the Debunks channel, we're 2 out of 5. We're 3 out of 5 in Reloaded, 2 out of 5 in Debunks. If we hit the goal in the Debunks channel, I will be doing a special stream where anybody who's watching the stream can jump on and chat with me. So if we hit the goal, this is going to be very dangerous.
Very dangerous.
I will create a special one-off StreamYard chat room, and I will drop the link into the chat, and people can jump on and chat with me. So we're 2 out of 5 over there. If we get 3 more, that is the prize in the Debunks, on the Debunks chat room. So there you go. You said very dangerous, Darren. You were like, that's...
Yeah, probably. Could be.
It's dangerous.
Right. If we hit the goal in the Debunks chat room, I'm just going to drop the StreamYard link into the chat and let anybody come on that wants to come on.
You
Not
lost
tonight.
your mind?
Not tonight. Not tonight.
No one tell Flash Freak. I was kidding.
Yeah,
Until-
exactly.
Never mind.
So we still got about 8 minutes before we jump into our main topic. So we're going to kind of go through a couple of these other things quickly. James Gunn was talking about a Gorilla Grodd story here. It says here, when Gorilla Grodd made his comic debut, he immediately... Gorilla Grodd
Okay.
made his comic book debut. He immediately chose violence and mind control, obviously. His first appearance was in The Flash 106, written by John Broome with pencils by Carmine Infantino, which is a very fucking big name. Everybody knows Carmine. And inks by, I can't pronounce his last name, but yeah, so why is he dropping this randomly all of a sudden?
Gillaroom, and I'm pretty sure that's how you say that last name.
Gillaroom? Okay. Why is he dropping this all of a sudden? Is this him suggesting that Gorilla Grodd is coming to the DCU? And if so, is he going to do a Flash movie with Gorilla
I mean, we
Grodd?
know he's coming.
I mean, technically, he's already in the DCU.
Yeah, but I mean, like, because he
It's-
mentions the Flash here, like where he came out, and
I know
all
Jake's
that.
not excited for it, but it's highly rumored he's in the upcoming Jimmy Olsen series that they're filming. I think they're filming here this year. So
Oh, really?
yeah, it seems like season one's
Yeah.
gonna be based upon him and like Jimmy them like investigating Grodd or whatever. So
So,
could be
but
bad.
do you think he would do this to advertise Jimmy Olsen?
I don't know.
I mean, if he was, wouldn't there be a mention of Jimmy Olsen somewhere in this, and not just Gorilla?
There was
Grodd?
also that like Flash Gorilla Grodd thing that came out last week about them like getting the like copyrights or whatever for the character names. So maybe there's a Gorilla Grodd movie in the works. I don't know.
a Gorilla Grodd movie. Could you imagine?
That'd be crazy.
Oh man.
Unironically, would be kind of here for it. Like I love those Flash episodes where like they went into Gorilla City. Like I'd low-key be. I don't think they should, but I would be there for it if they did.
Yeah.
Like I'd be kind of interested.
I mean, if they had enough money to do it back then, I would have loved it if they could have spent like half a season in Gorilla City or something. But they wouldn't have had enough money to do that, obviously.
Cody here says Marvel and DC are cooking up some big stuff. I have to say, I saw the Absolute Green Arrow. Have you guys seen that yet?
Yeah, they actually got a video on that coming out like
All right.
tomorrow or Friday.
I just want to look at it. I don't really have much to add, but I want people in the chat to see this. The design is fucking incredible, I think.
Yeah, it just makes me wonder what the story was going to be because I mean, Absolute Green Arrow gets bodied by Hawkman,
Well,
so there's like two things that I'm wondering here. Either A, it's a prequel to that, or B, it's Connor or Roy. as the
okay,
prequel.
so I want to show this first. This is Absolute Catwoman.
Yep, saw
So
that.
this is coming out. It's a 6-issue series. What do we think of the design of this Catwoman? Good, bad? Like, how do we feel about it?
I like
It's like
it.
the shiny helmet is really interesting, if you ask me.
I like it.
Does she have lightning powers? Is that what that is?
I think the tail has just got some kinetic energy in it.
Okay.
All right, here it goes.
All right.
So this is the Absolute Green Arrow, which is
Oh my god.
It's like a
pretty
zombie.
crazy.
Looks like Skeletor.
Well, there's a picture here where you can, and this is Absolute Black Canary, by the way. So it's
Oh,
really
That
good.
shot right there looks like Skeletor.
Yeah, but you can see in this next picture, you can see that it's a mask, like it's covering.
I was going to say it reminded me of Prometheus a little bit.
Yeah, a
The
little
mask was a little bit like a Taskmaster, a little bit.
bit. And then we have over here Avengers Armageddon, which
Yes, guys, Sam's Captain America is in comics.
yes,
Hate to break it to you. Actually, no,
Yeah.
I don't hate to break it to you. Fuck it.
yeah, we got Sam. The comics love him way more than MCU does.
I mean,
It's
they're
like-
still doing comics right now where Steve and Sam are acting as Captain America simultaneously.
which is what I hope they end up doing in the MCU, because if they're going to bring
Yeah.
Steve back, let them both exist as Captain America. Don't take
Yeah.
the title away.
Is this a spin-off of the CW Armageddon event?
I knew
Yes.
Darren would bring that up.
Yes. 100%. Here we go. Let's look at
Also,
this.
you gotta love how that's Red Hulk in there.
Marvel Comics announced Avengers Armageddon, a 5-issue comic from Chip Zdarsky and artist Frank Alpizier and Delio Diaz, launching this June. The series will see a group assembling to challenge Red Hulk's rule of Latveria and will lead into a new Avengers era.
Nice.
We have in the group Captain Marvel, Invisible Woman, Spider-Man, Iron Man, Vision, Captain America, and Wolverine.
Oh, it's Vision. I was like, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
While we're at it, just because
Yeah.
I'm me and I have to, they released the first images for the Ben 10 comic.
Let me
series
find that
coming
quickly.
in May. Now that's been my obsession for the whole day.
Yeah.
It's
All right,
just
let's see.
like,
No, I saw that this morning. I'm like, all right, now Darren is on cloud 9.
yep,
Let's see.
one more reason to live for the rest of the year.
First look at Dynamite's Ben 10 comic from original series co-creator Joe Casey and artist Robert Carey. The comic launches this May. Oh, it's right around the corner.
Yeah,
It is described as the ultimate absolute reimagining of the character. So here we have
Absolute Ben 10?
Absolute Ben 10. Yeah.
absolutely.
What would that be
So,
like?
I will look. It's that word being used is probably on purpose because the Absolute Universe is killing it for DC right
Oh,
now.
yeah.
So
Yeah, that gets some
Yeah.
clicks.
Yeah,
here we go.
It's very interesting because like they're definitely very reimagined versions of these characters.
Oh, look at that! That looks really cool.
It does, yeah.
What do you think of the redesign of the arm piece there, the bracelet?
I really like it. I like how it looks a lot more alien-esque, and I actually think that's my favorite thing of all these concept arts is all the aliens look a lot more like aliens. Like they look like something you'd see in like a weird sci-fi movie, a weird
Yeah.
sci-fi alien.
Yeah, the cover looks great here.
Wow.
This is pretty crazy.
Yeah. Some of the redesigns are definitely very different of various characters, and I know there's some controversies here or there of certain aliens looking a bit different, but I'm here for it. I'm very excited.
So I'm guessing you're going to be buying these comics.
Oh yeah, and like they've said, if this does well, if enough people read it, they're hoping to try and pitch it as a whole show, like a whole TV show. And so yeah, any new Ben 10 comic in general, and I'll be there. I'll be supporting. Hopefully, it can turn into something.
That means modern audiences would actually have to read.
That is true. Well, I'll buy enough to.
Yeah, you're just gonna see like 10 orders going to Darren's place.
Just 1,000 comics arriving at my house. Just I give them out to free.
All right, so
The guy giving out hot dogs at the sports game. You get a comic. You get a comic.
Lone Wolf here with a super chat before we get into our big topics tonight. $5 super chat. Okay, I've asked Austin Burke. I've seen Adam Does Movies, but I want to ask all three of you. LOL. Better movie, Dune 3 or Odyssey? Have fun debating.
You can't exactly say which one is better. Or two more.
I'm okay. This is a hot take, but I think I've said this many times before. The first Dune movie put me to sleep. I fell asleep watching it. It's not a bad thing. Yeah. The second one took me a while to get through. That doesn't mean it's bad. It just means it didn't hold my interest. But I am looking forward to Dune 3. However, Odyssey is a story that I already know, and I'm very familiar with the source material and the reimagining of it. So I'm kind of looking forward to that one more, in my opinion. So what about you guys? Which one is it that you're probably more excited for, Odyssey or Dune 3?
Oh, Odyssey, easily. But I don't really like the Dune movies that much, so.
Jake, what you got?
I pretty much echo your sentiments. Odyssey is like one of my favorite fictional tellings, and like I read the book in college. I have a physical copy of it somewhere. I don't know if it's around here at the moment or not, but yeah, I love that story. Love Chris Nolan as a filmmaker, so I mean, he's got a great combo of stuff. Also, that cast is fucking stacked. Shit, that is a stacked cast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a $2 super chat from Lone Wolf. I told Bibble we need an absolute Constantine design. That's true. How would you change Constantine though to an absolute character? Like, what would that look like?
Just make his arms like 170 pounds.
She's like a wrestler.
Yeah.
It's like Hulk Hogan.
Oh,
That would be hilarious, honestly.
Let me show you some magic, brother.
Your jacket.
Yeah. I haven't seen the new Teen Titans lineup. No, Cameron. I haven't seen that yet. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about this. This is from the N. Snyder here. All right.
Oh boy.
The Batman Part 2 remains on track to begin filming in early summer. Robert Pattinson's The Odyssey press tour has been factored into the schedule, with Matt Reeves set to shoot non-Pattinson scenes while the actor completes junket obligations. Now, I saw this first. I was like, what? It's like, oh, right. So there's an obligation to promote while he's supposed to be making the Batman Part 2.
Right.
Okay, so go ahead.
I mean, April's not early summer. They were set to start filming in April.
Right, so that part didn't make sense to me. But I wanted to confirm this, so I went and looked online. And it ends up that there was a delay to some degree. This came from an article that was talking about a lot of movies that are going to be filming overseas. And it says, we've got Batman at Leavesden, which was pushed back for a while, but was due to start this week, early February. The note was added that it was February 18th, 2026, but now it is completely paused. So I'm like, wait. So it was supposed to start filming like 2 days ago. There's a press tour for The Odyssey that Robert Pattinson has to be a part of.
Keep in mind where this is coming from.
Well, no, this is from an actual like real article. So let me show you. I'll show you the article where this came from. So yeah, I confirmed this one because I wanted to make sure that it was legitimate.
I was about to say, if it's...
And it comes here from Filmbase UK, and it's like full of information about filming. And if you go down here, right there, it goes right here. This is where that came from. We've got Batman at Leavesden, which was pushed back for a while. It was due to start this week, early February, February 18th, 2026, but it's gone on pause again. And this just came out, so there's no like date for it to start back up again. So if you go back and you look at Snyder's comment, where he talks about like on task or whatever to film, like back here, remains on track to begin filming in early summer. But that's not true. Because it was supposed to start 2 days ago, according to the filming location. So Robert Pattinson's The Odyssey press tour has been factored into the schedule, with Matt Reeves set to shoot on Pattinson scenes while the actor completes junket obligations. So I'm like, that's weird. So this whole thing doesn't make a lot of sense. Thoughts on this?
I mean, it conflicts heavily with what we were already told back then, so kind of turns into a game of like what you want to believe, basically.
Yeah. And then we have this here. Now, this is from Daniel RPK, so yeah. Insider Daniel RPK revealed The Brave and the Bold might not arrive anytime soon, while James Gunn wants the Batman 3 out faster. Oh, I'm told The Brave and the Bold is not coming for years. Gunn is pushing to get the Batman 3 out faster. He wants the trilogy over and wants to move on. Doesn't want to Batman. Thoughts on this?
Wow.
I'll say it again. Make Brave and the Bold a TV show. That's your best solution. Have the movie Batman, have your TV Batman. You can have a new Batman season every year.
Yeah, I mean, just with the nature of Batman as a character, you would think that TV would suit him better, but nope.
They won't do it, but I think it'd be fucking awesome. I just think, like I said, I think you're right. I think it suits the character better in TV than it does movies.
But arguably, Superman's been doing better in TV than movies, which is like the opposite of how you think it would work. So,
people are saying that James Gunn's debunked this. I'm going to check his account just to see.
I'm just tired of, like, not on you, obviously. I'm just so tired of talking about Brave and the Bold at this point, though. I'm just like, wake me up when it's in development, and then I'll talk about it again.
Aaron is like the beginning of it's like the beginning of the first Wolverine whenever they're like tied up against the pole.
Where
like all the BS, and then Darren's just like, wake me when it's over.
Okay, so I do see people saying that it was debunked, like on social media. Where did he debunk it? I want to read his statement. Where does James? Because it's not on his Twitter. Is it on his Threads or his Instagram? Hold on, let me see.
Hey,
Sorry, Jake.
huh?
Sorry, Jake.
Yeah, I know it's contagious. Damn it.
Guys, I work in a world of like actual evidence. Where am I looking to see James Gunn's actual quote? Is it on Instagram? Is it on Twitter? I don't care about Daniel RPK. Somebody said James Gunn debunked it. So if he debunked it, where did he debunk? Where is this quote at that James said? I want to read it for myself. We're doing a show here. I'm not going to be like, oh, like the chat said it, so I guess it's true. I need to see what he says.
Who will be the one to provide the goods?
I'm looking. I just
that sounded weird, and I didn't even mean it that way.
Yeah, I don't know.
I hadn't seen it either. I saw this post, but I hadn't.
I haven't seen anything from Gunn.
That's what I'm looking for.
If I read something and it says RPK debunked it, that means jack shit to me.
It doesn't. That's what I'm saying. If James Gunn debunked it, I want to see him saying that's not true.
And you would think that you'd be able to find that pretty easily because
or even Daniel RPK. If he did, I'm looking up exactly what you guys are saying to me, and I'm not seeing it. So that's what I'm saying. I'm searching exactly what is being said in the chat. So
if it were something that Gunn debunked, I think you'd be able to find it easily because like we know Gunn has a habit of saying, "Hey, this is happening," or "Yes, this is not," on Twitter a bunch. So you'd be able to find that easily.
I am scrolling through.
Someone says they just something to you.
I'm looking now. I'm scrolling through Daniel RPK's Twitter. Hold on. I will check the replies here in a second. I'm not seeing anything on his Twitter. And I would show you guys, but Twitter randomly has porn. So, like, give me a second, please.
Oh, don't we know it?
Yeah.
Damn it, Darren. Don't do it. Those links to our channels. I was like, what are they asking for?
Wait, what?
Someone asked where they can find our links, so I put our ads in the
yeah.
Okay.
comments.
No, because I saw those. I was like, what does that mean?
I don't know how to type it.
Sorry, guys, I'm tired.
Let's see here. I see it, but there's no. Hold on. All right, so this is what was sent to me here, but I don't see what it was connected to. What is this? This link doesn't pull anything up when I click on it. Was this his statement or was this something else?
Guess you'll never know.
Okay. Anyway, it says here, Gunn won't introduce DC's Batman until Matt Reeves finishes trilogy. Huh? That's not what I said. So what did you say? So what did you actually say then? Because this is taking me to nothing. I understand, but what did he say? Donovan? What if this isn't what you said, then how did they change what you said? What did you originally say that was changed? This is why I hate this shit.
This is like a game of fucking telephone.
No, it's like if he said something that they misquoted, then tell me what the original quote was so I can understand how they misquoted you and what you actually said. He says, I quote, "That's not what I said." He didn't say, "I never said that." He said, "That's not what I said." If somebody quoted me and said, Eric said Superman's going to be wearing pink pajamas in his next movie, and I never said that, I would say, I never said that.
But you did say that, didn't you?
But if I said I would like to see Superman wearing pink pajamas, I would say, no, that's not what I said. There's a difference. That's why you have to read these things exactly as they're laid out in front of you. So what did he actually say?
But
I
you're
don't know
saying
what this
here. That means it's going to happen, right?
Maybe. It's true. It's true. Anyway, but we've got this here, the delay, somewhat of a delay on Batman Part 2. Even if it were not true about him delaying The Brave and the Bold, the Batman Part 3 is going to take another decade to come out.
I'll be honest. I'm more looking forward to Brave and the Bold than I am Batman Part 2.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. I don't know
Like,
if anyone else is in that same camp or not, but yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I know people like this, and if you like it, congratulations. You know, I'm glad this is on the menu for you, but I wish there was something on the menu for me, and that would be the other Batman property.
Yeah.
So, anyway. All right, so now we're going to move over. The first trailer for Toy Story 5 has been released. Now, I have not seen this at all. Make sure the volume's up. Have you seen it yet, Jake?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Adif and you were probably going to cover it tonight, so I didn't watch it, so we could see it tonight.
Okay. Now, Darren, you have seen this, right? Okay.
Yes.
Now, before we watch this, by the way, it might get removed from the stream. If it's not here, you guys know the deal. You have to go watch it and then come back. But
Yeah.
what are you gonna say, Jake?
I thought about reacting to this earlier, but I was like, I don't want to force content out of something because, like, will I see this? Maybe, but I absolutely would have been fine without this.
I liked this trailer a lot more than I thought I'd like it.
So I'll see if I like it here in a minute.
Okay, so we're gonna watch this. It might get removed, but it's a Disney thing, so it's probably gonna be fine. I'm saying that now, and watch. I'll get hit immediately when I end the stream.
Eric
I think
has been
most,
you just chased it, Eric.
a bunch of our friends put it up today, and they didn't seem to have an issue, so you should be okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
It should be fine.
All right, here we go. Let's check this out, and we got some big Toy Story fans in the building, so let's do it.
Do you, Forky, take Karen Beverly to be your beloved bride?
Yeehaw! I now pronounce you husband and knife. Who poisoned the maid of honor?
Bonnie, there's a package for you.
Oh, thank you.
Hi there, I'm
What was that?
It's her imagination. That's why it's
Right.
a different art, like a different art style.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Lily Pad. Let's play.
Oh, extinction! Not again!
Bonnie, screen time's over now.
Okay.
I want to talk to you, device.
Please, call me Lily.
Me and the toys have been working all summer to try and get Bonnie to make friends.
Yeah.
But then you had to ruin
Got
it.
it.
You're not even listening to me.
I'm always listening. See?
Now look here. Me and the toys have been working all summer.
Now in Spanish.
Con los gemelos Jordan. Al otro lado.
What?
Yeah, I got dibs on behind the dresser.
Woody!
Jesse, hello?
Is it as bad out there for toys as they say it is?
We're finding more abandoned toys each day.
We're down! Tex invaded our house, too.
I don't know, Jesse. Toys are for play, but tech is for everything.
I'm losing Bonnie to this device.
You got a friend in me. Woody! Came here as fast as I could.
Why are you wearing a dress, Woody?
It's called a poncho, Forky.
Someone needs a bottle marker.
Oh! Who goes there? Whoa! I come in peace.
It's been too long, cowboy.
What are you, some sort of old man toy?
What?
She thinks you're old because you're bald, Woody.
Bonnie needs help from someone at least from the same century. So long, toys.
We're gonna need backup. No way. She's getting away, boss! Our mission on this planet is to make a child happy.
Just remember what your past is. Bonnie still needs us. Come on, Bullseye!
Buzz, you stay here. I'm going with them. You don't think I can do it?
No!
Nice poncho.
It's good to see them fighting again.
It sure is.
All right, hold on. No, hold on. I hate when that does that. This is an incredible trailer, by the way.
It's really good.
See?
Now look here.
Why I muted you? Technology. It's the fucking trailers doing it.
I had a few comments actually.
Okay. So go ahead. Give me your thoughts.
One, the fact that the fucking tablet as a villain is honestly hilarious. I noticed Jessie still got the badge on her. Buzz seemed like he had a little sticker badge on him. I noticed they recreated several shots as homages to earlier movies, like Buzz and Woody on the car again.
Yeah.
Like in the first film when they're being chased by the dog. And I remember reading this months ago, but are they bringing back like all of the different buzzes that you see in Toy Story 2 in that one aisle? Because there was like multiple buzzes.
Oh, when they came out of the water? Yeah.
I don't know if they're the same ones, but yeah, we've heard the villain, like one of the villains is like an army of evil Buzz Lightyears, which I'm still like.
I feel about that.
I feel like we've done that. I don't need that part again, but
also that shot where you saw like Woody, held like this. Now they've recreated that with Jessie. And I think they even did that during Jessie's flashbacks in the second movie. They had a shot like that. So same sort of thing here. I don't mind her being the supposedly the lead of this movie. I don't mind that at all. The fact that Woody's balding is a little weird, but all right, whatever.
Well, I actually think it's because the hat has come on and off so much that it's rubbed the paint off of the back of his head. I think that's
maybe
what they're saying.
I mean, he's like a wild toy now, right? So he's not in like the comfort of a warm house. And, he's outside during all the nights, and it's going to wear the paint off a little bit. I've been low key, like I'm always kind of a Toy Story defender. Like I defended Toy Story 4 when that came out. I don't love that movie as much as most, but like going into it, I defended it a lot. And while I was a little cautious when they announced this one, because they said they were ending it 2 separate times and it was back for a 5th, I'm hearing so many people say, "Oh, do we really need this?" And I think it's one of the most like necessary of the Toy Story sequels we've got in terms of the plot. This is such an important plot, I think, for kids and parents alike to see. I think to have a franchise about sentient toys and the life of a toy, but not have a story about like AI and technology and kids having tablets, and I think would almost be a waste not to tell that kind of story. And I genuinely got a little emotional the first time I watched the scene with like Woody and Jessie on the phone, and they're like, I don't know what to do. I don't like how do we deal with this? Like that's such a like I was like, oh my god, like I'm these are characters I've watched my entire life, and they're at this almost this breaking point, and I think this could have such an emotional pull if done right. And I hope
one of my biggest questions. I was like, how are they going to bring Woody back into the world?
And it kind of works. I was watching this. I was like, okay, yeah, it makes sense. It works with this. And like, yes, he went on his own, but he cannot help but help these people. Like this is his family, and of course he's going to come back when they need him most.
Also, was Bo Peep in that trailer?
No,
I didn't think so. I didn't see her.
Which I'm okay with. Like I think it would be a little weird. I think if she also came back with it, maybe she'll have a cameo or something in the movie, but. But I really hope that like this can. I actually think this movie is a lot more for the parents than the kids itself. I hope parents can watch this movie, and not like take away obviously technology from their children, because technology, kids are going to need it or they will be left behind. But I hope this story has a narrative about balance, about maybe. Tablets aren't healthy all of the time, and how can we balance it? Because I think that's going to be the ultimate ending, is like, yes, it's the villain of the story, but I have a feeling it's going to be we have to work together. We can't just get rid of technology because it's not going anywhere, but can we have a balance? Can we work together? Can we both raise Bonnie in the best way we can? And I hope parents can look at that and be like, maybe we should give it to them less. Like maybe we should start going back and giving them actual toys and things that can like structure their imagination than just a tablet anytime they're bored all the time. And I think that's really, really important.
Yeah.
And there might be a little bit of reflection because you see that, the parents' house has got more tech in it. Like there's a Roomba vacuum going around on the ground. I saw that and I was like,
and one like the other thing I think is interesting is it's highly rumored Bonnie is going to have a sibling in this one because there's like a little like toilet toy in the trailers and with the merchandise. So that's also very common when you have a new kid. It's a lot easier just to give your child a tablet to occupy themselves than do it themselves because they're too busy with this new child and raising them. And so, yeah.
Also, how old is Bonnie supposed to be at this point?
I don't know. She doesn't look like she's aged since 3.
She doesn't.
I would have liked if we had like a slow like even for like Toy Story 1 to Toy Story 2, there was an obvious like a little bit of an age gap between the two.
Yeah.
And obviously 3, there's an obvious age gap.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Oh, okay. I was saying Columbia Rican here with a $5 super chat and a channel member. Thank you, Columbia Rican. Is Toy Story 5 touching the AI taking over topic here with Lily Pad being the villain here? The movie looks great, by the way. I think so. Okay, so let's be honest about other Toy Story sequels. What do we think in terms of 1 to 4? Like, how are we feeling about some of those sequels? Because I know some people really love 2, some people really love 1, but then some people are kind of lukewarm on 3 and 4. How do we feel about those going into this one? Because I'll be honest, this looks like my favorite since like the first Toy Story, in my opinion.
Really?
Yeah.
My favorite is 2. I have my issues with 3, but still enjoy it. 4 feels like a repeat of 3 to me.
I go top to bottom 3, 2, 1, 4.
I would probably say 2, 1, 3, 4.
Interesting.
I think it's basically a perfect franchise, though. Like, I had some issues with 4, but it still won an Oscar for like best animated movie that year.
And I'm going to be a stand-in for. I'm going to stand in for Joe here and go. Well, 4 was my favorite.
I don't believe you.
And you know what, though? I also don't think that's a bad option. Like, I have issues with 4, but like, I think if you watched 4 for the if you were 10 years old. I think I could totally see someone being like, "Oh my gosh, yeah, that's my favorite new movie."
I wish he was here because I'm predicting he would say that, but I don't know if it really is or not.
4 just felt like, okay, so imagine like right here, like this is where Woody's character arc ended at 3, and it felt like throughout the entirety of 4, it did this. And
so you felt like it was just like a repeat of 3, is what you said.
He had to learn the exact same lesson of letting go.
Sure.
And I don't know, it just. I see some people's defense of it, and I'm not discrediting someone's defense of it, but they say
Mikey hated 2 as a kid, still does. Wow.
I mean, I know some people's defense of 4 is saying, hey, he that was the end of Andy's story in the 3rd movie, and then this was the end of Woody's story in the 4th. Well, clearly not the case anymore.
I really wish they didn't do 4 as the final outing. That's my biggest issue, especially with this new one. Like, I just wish they just did the new trilogy, right? I'd have no issues right now if they were like, no, there's the Andy trilogy and this is the Bonnie trilogy, and they just kind of told these new stories under this new umbrella. Which, because again, I think what they're doing right now is like, okay, this is why this franchise should continue. I beg of you, going into this one, I don't want anyone in any of the marketing and any of the press, don't say it's the final one, because it's like we know damn well it's not going to be the final movie. Like, just say it's a new Toy Story. It's another edition.
I feel like it would make too much money to not make another one.
I'm gonna go on a lit. I'm gonna say $1 billion. Right? Is that a fair assessment?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because didn't 4 make $1 billion?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But does everybody put 4 as their least favorite?
Yeah.
Yeah, I still like it though. I think.
I just want to make sure we're all on the same page with that. So, all right. So
I mean, if we're including everything in the Toy Story franchise, then I guess Lightyear would be my least favorite. But I do not
like Lightyear. I am not a Lightyear fan.
All right, so we're gonna watch the trailer for House of the Dragon. This will 100% get removed from the stream. Just heads up. So let's go ahead and do this. Before we do it, though, is anybody a huge fan of this show? Because we've got 3 different Games of Thrones shows. We got the Night of 7 Kingdoms, House of the Dragon, and obviously Game of Thrones. People like this one. I know that some people were lukewarm on it. Some people didn't like the first season.
I loved the first season. Was not as crazy about the second season.
Okay.
I never watched season 2. I liked season 1. I was kind of thrown off by the time jump of that first season. Like, I was really enjoying the show, and then the time jump happened. I just couldn't get reinvested into the show, and so didn't do season 2. Maybe I'll get caught up before season 3. We'll see.
Okay. Well, let's look at the trailer and see what the trailer pulls anybody back in. Here we go. Any surprise, shock? Do you want to go watch it now?
I mean, looks solid.
It's a good trailer. Like, it's a well-crafted trailer. There's cool shots. It's a well-made trailer.
Yeah.
I don't know. I probably just gotta give the whole thing a shot again. Just rewatch season 1, watch season 2. You know what I'll say? Like, I'm very casual Game of Thrones. I binged the whole show in preparation for season 1 of the show.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have the attachment that other people had while watching it for 10 years straight or whatever. But Knights of the Seven Kingdoms probably the most I've enjoyed just Game of Thrones in general. Like, I am just so into that show. I am, not because it's part of Game of Thrones, just because it's such a damn good show just independently. It's such a well-crafted TV show. So it's kind of got me like in the mood of Game of Thrones, and so maybe I will give this show another shot. Maybe I'll give it another go.
That seems like a premature statement down there in the comments.
Yeah.
Oh, which one?
Which one?
Go 2 up.
Hold on.
Jason?
Right here?
Yeah. How's it obvious that we're not fans? I'm curious. Where's that?
I mean, I'm watching it. I don't know what that means. I've watched all the seasons of it.
Same.
I was specifically talking to people that haven't been watching it. Is this going to make you go watch it? That's what I was saying. Because that's the point of the trailers, is to get people excited to either go back and check out the new seasons or whatever, or to... Yeah, I mean, that's what it's for, I'm guessing.
Yeah. There's a lot of TV out there. Just because you're not watching a thing does not mean you're not a fan of it.
After Night of Seven Kingdoms, this season will lead to a lot of comparisons. Maybe, but Night of Seven Kingdoms is nothing like the other Games of Thrones stuff, in my opinion. Yeah. It feels different. The vibe's different.
Yeah, but it feels like it's part of that same world.
Yeah. Yeah, Cameron, but I don't know anything. I know zero about Peaky Blinders.
I haven't seen it, yeah.
I know zero, so that trailer wouldn't do much for me.
Is that Cillian Murphy show?
Yeah, yeah. It's a good show, but I haven't watched anything since like season 1. So I don't really.
Yeah. I know my brother.
I don't think I'd be a good judge for whether or not it's good. Yeah. There was another. I think there was one more trailer that I wanted to look at. Let me check and see where it's at. The Lee Cronin's Mummy trailer, is that any good? Has anybody watched that?
I have not seen the trailer.
Me neither. Did you hear what trailer
well, I'm
we might
bring
get
that
tomorrow?
up.
Eric?
Yeah.
There's a rumor about a certain
which
animated
one?
superhero show we're getting tomorrow.
Really?
That's the rumor. There was a poster that came out today, or like art that came out today too. I don't know.
Yep.
Hold on, let me see if I find it.
Okay.
Which that's my most anticipated show.
X187 Garcia.
Same, Darren. Glad we're on the same page with this, at least.
Yeah, it doesn't happen often.
I know, right?
We got got a $2 super chat from Lone Wolf. Have you seen the Mummy trailer yet? It dropped. No, I have not seen it.
Nope.
But I have it queued up now, so that's good. Wait. Oh, I see what happened here. The super chat thing was wrong.
Super chats were wrong?
Well, no. It's supposed to be all super chats, but it says teal, so we need one more teal super chat to hit the goal.
Oh.
I thought I set it to all, and it's not. It's on teal. Okay, that's why it didn't change yet. I was like, why has it not changed yet? So one more teal super chat in the next 10 minutes to hit the goal in the Reloaded channel. Sorry. Just letting people know. We're going to watch that trailer, though. And we are 2 super chats of any color. We're 2 super chats from reaching the goal in the Debunks channel. Just reminding everybody. So we need one more teal super chat. I don't know what it is around the world. You just have to see which one is teal for you, wherever you are in the world. Speaking of Crazy Joe, he has showed up. I wasn't sure if you were going to be here. We're at the end of the stream, and I'm like, oh, maybe he's not coming in tonight.
What's your thoughts on Toy Story 4, Joe?
What's that?
What's your thoughts on Toy Story 4?
I love Toy Story 4. That's a great movie.
No, we looked at the trailer for Toy Story 5. So,
yeah. I watched that earlier today.
What did you think of it?
Yeah,
you think it's good?
I did think Toy Story 4 was sort of the perfect ending for the franchise. Like, Woody off on his own. It was like, I didn't really ever kind of want to see a fifth one, but I'm glad they made a fifth one.
Yeah.
Because the industry needs it, quite frankly.
So wait, what is your? You've seen all of them, right? You've seen all the Toy Stories.
Yeah.
What would be your ranking order for Toy Story if you were ranking it worst to best, or best to worst?
My favorite's probably Toy Story 4. Second favorite's probably Toy Story 2.
Okay.
Then 1, then 3.
Okay, because a lot of people have said 2 as well. So
yeah, 2's really good.
Yeah.
Seems the even ones are the better ones, but
yeah. So 5 might not be good then if that's.
Well, I mean, I don't think they made a bad one yet, and in fact, I don't think Pixar has made many bad films yet. I think arguably the only
just got here, LJ.
The only bad film they made was The Good Dinosaur. I would also throw Ratatouille on there because I hate that movie, but I seem to be alone in that.
You had me in the first half. You were so close. I was with you.
Who agreed with me? Was it Matt Jarbo? Somebody else hates Ratatouille. Somebody else is on the correct train. But
you know what? My dad also despises Ratatouille, but that's because he's a manager at a restaurant and he just cannot fathom the concept of rats in a kitchen. He can't handle it.
I don't have an issue with that. My problem is the rats pulling the people's hair and controlling them like puppets. I'm like, hair is dead cells. It's not connected to anything like that. How is pulling someone's hair going to move them like a puppet? I don't know. It's so stupid.
I don't know. I think Pixar's worst flick for me is Cars 2. I did not like that movie.
Oh, I know some people that just hate the Cars franchise completely.
I mean,
they don't like it at all.
I mean, I like 1, 3 is solid. It's weird. I like some individual characters more than I do like the IP itself. But no, 2 just felt like a bad movie.
I have nostalgia with 2, but I don't disagree.
It was a little too Larry the Cable Guy heavy.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put into the private chat again what we're going to be doing here in just a moment because we are coming up on the end of the stream. After we watch this next trailer.
Also, Finding Dory's not good, in my opinion.
So check. Just check the private chat to see what it is.
Poor Dory.
It's fine. She won't remember.
So, all right. Just a quick reminder before we start watching this trailer: we have 6 minutes for one more Teal super chat in Reloaded to hit the goal. 6 minutes to do that. And on the debunk side, we are 2 super chats of any tier away from getting a all-out stream where I'm just going to drop the link into the chat and people can jump on and have a conversation with me. So if you guys want to do that, we're 2 away over there. It's going to be a little movie perp stream basically where
be right back.
Drop the link.
He's had to private some streams because of that in the past.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
There was I remember one in particular. There was a guy. If you ever see a guy named Skullman in your chat, do not let him in.
Skullman. Okay.
I mean, the slurs started almost immediately as soon as the guy was on the stream.
Yeah, I would immediately remove that person for that. They'd be out. Like I'll have a set of rules what you can't do. If you break any of them, you are gonna get booted from the stream.
I think you have a mostly positive audience though. Like I think most of your audience would be chill.
I think a troll could slip in there though for sure.
They could.
There was a troll in the chat a couple weeks ago, or maybe it was last week.
Yeah.
And who wanted to get on, I believe.
Oh, here's an idea. Maybe throw it in the Discord instead, because I feel like your Discord's a lot more like moderated. It's much more. Not saying there can't be risky people in there.
That's a good point. That's a good idea. Yeah, we'll figure it out. But it'll be basically people can can jump in and chat with me if we do it. We're only one away now. We're only one in both channels to hitting the goal. So we'll see. We did get a super chat here from the Tuxedo Mask. Some Sailor Moon shit going on. $5 super chat. Can you debunk Kino Casino? It's a drama. I'm familiar with them. It's a drama channel with the same toxic fan base as FNT. They've accelerated quartering self-destruction since 2025. I don't know. Do they do, like, whenever I've seen them, they're basically covering drama. Like, they're kind of a drama channel, or they're drama streamers. So if they have a movie review or something like that I could debunk, I would. But it's really hard to debunk somebody's opinion on drama unless they're lying about stuff. And I think they just watch people's content and react to it similar to what we do. And it's hard to debunk that. I will check it out. Look, Tuxedo Mask, if you know of any particular video of theirs that you want me to look at, like, give me the suggestion and say, check this out, and I will go look at it and see if I can debunk it. But thank you for the super chat. I do appreciate it.
Now, who would lie about drama on the internet?
Yay! Columbia Rican with a $2 super chat has hit the goal on the Debunks channel, which means we will have a little movie perp stream where anybody can jump on and chat with me. I don't know what that's going to look like, but we'll see when it happens. We'll see. All right, before we watch the trailer, guys, 3 minutes for a Teal super chat. I swear to God, I did not mean to put it at Teal, but 3 minutes for a Teal super chat to get confetti in the Eric's Reloaded channel, and I have to keep it at Teal because other people have donated. I guess they saw that as well, and they were donating towards the goal. So 2 minutes for confetti.
Trailer?
Yes, yeah. Has anybody else watched this yet? The Mummy trailer, the Lee Cronin's Mummy trailer.
Oh, is this a new one?
Yeah, brand new.
Yeah, no.
So, all right, here we go. Oh my God!
All right, that was something.
Is there more afterwards, or is it just ads for... Yeah, it's just the Joe Blow ads. All right. Paigey hates when I use Joe Blow, but that's where I found it at. That looks fucking crazy.
It looks...
I am almost speechless. Like...
Thought I could never care again after that horrible Tom Cruise movie.
I don't know. Like, what do we think? Let's go around. Or is everybody? I'm going to see it. I like scary movies, so I'm going to go see it. What about you, Joe?
I'm in. Yeah, I'll watch that.
Jake?
I was in from the first trailer.
I mean, I'm interested for sure. I mean, what I see in theaters this year is it's going to be a little bit of a tough competition. So we'll see if this makes it.
When does this come out?
It said, hold on, I'll look and see. April 17th. So.
Oh wow, that's soon.
It's a interesting month we have there of like Mario, Michael Jackson, Mummy.
Yeah. Ma'am, basically.
It's the month of the M's. Michael, Mario, Mummy. Try saying that 5 times fast.
Hold up a second.
What?
Did y'all see that?
What?
A $4.99 super chat?
Yeah, but the goal had ended because we were watching the trailer. The goal had ended, and even though the goal ended, when the person here super chatted, it still did confetti. It doesn't normally do that. It normally just says you didn't reach the goal in time. So if it does that now, does it mean that anytime you reach the goal, whether it's ended or not, you still get your confetti? Because I love the confetti. That's one of my favorite parts of it, is seeing the confetti fall. So
I don't know.
Anyway, we got it. Go ahead, Darren.
I was just gonna say I shared that photo with you, by the way.
Yeah, we'll check that out. Cameron Walker with the $1 super chat supporting the stream. Thank you so much, Cameron, for the $1. And Music Lover here, who helped us hit our goal. Thank you so much, Music Lover. I mean, I honestly would like when I saw your super chat pop up. I'm like, well, even though it's ended, I'm still gonna do it because you super chatted a Teal super chat. But we still got confetti. So I don't have to give a concession. Literally, they counted it. Thank you, YouTube. If that's not a glitch, thank you for doing that. I would much rather do that than have a goal set that the timer ends and then people keep super chatting and I have to keep track of it. It makes it easier for you guys to do that. So thank you for doing that.
Is YouTube helping this channel?
Yeah, it is now. No longer going after us anymore. No thanks. I'll wait for the Brendan Fraser to come back for a Mummy movie.
You know, that's another thing. I've heard a misconception. I've heard people refer to this new Mummy movie as, oh, they're remaking the Mummy again. This isn't a remake. This is a Warner Brothers movie. The Mummy franchise is owned by Universal. Yeah. This is a movie about a mummy. It's not part of the Mummy franchise.
So it's an Elseworlds Mummy story.
I mean, you can't copyright a mummy.
Right.
We had we had Frankenstein, we had a Dracula movie. We're getting a werewolf type movie. This is all just leading up to.
Well, I don't know. What if it was called the real Mummy?
This is
like
all
the real Ghostbusters.
It's all leading up to another Monster Squad movie. Let's just face facts.
Oh, by the way, Tom Noonan died a few days ago.
Oh, really? I didn't see that.
I did
my
see,
favorite on-screen Frankenstein, but anyway.
Yeah.
I did see today, and I don't know if this is going to help promote that or whatever, but they're re-releasing the original Mummy movie next month in theaters.
Oh, yep. The one with Brendan Fraser?
The first one, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not the original. Sorry.
I don't care. Whatever.
It irked me when the Tom Cruise movie came out because I kept seeing people say the original with Brendan Fraser was better, and I kept going, that was a remake. That was a remake.
There's been so many remakes though. I think there's
Still better than the Tom Cruise movie.
Yeah.
I actually haven't seen any of them.
I actually love the Tom Cruise movie. I'm just kidding. Just joking.
I've seen that trailer.
Although I think the Invisible Man movie is much better than the one that came out recently. I think was it 2019, 2020, somewhere around there.
2020.
That one was really good.
Tom Cruise movie. That Tom Cruise Mummy movie was one of my biggest theater disappointments of all time.
I didn't like it either, but it had one redeeming element, and that was the Dr. Jekyll stuff. I thought they were onto something there. I'm still angry that they canceled The Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah. So this came out today. You said this was released today.
Yeah, I don't think it's a poster, but art from the upcoming season, a bunch of a collage.
Yeah, because they're wearing the costumes from the runs that they're doing in the yeah. Well, people say Grant Morrison, but then people complain that we're not saying Frank Quietly because that's the actual person that drew the comic.
So maybe a little bit of a hot take here. I love the Grant Morrison story that came out of this. But I thought this art was such a downgrade.
Frank Quietly is very people have different opinions about. I do not like Frank Quietly's artwork, and I know that's not an unpopular opinion. He's a very divided artist. Some people really love his work, some people don't. I'm not a big fan
of his artwork.
The only one I like from him is the Superman artwork. That's it.
Sure.
Outside of that, I'm not a big fan of his work.
I just think this was such a downgrade to how they looked in the 90s because they're all wearing similar uniforms here, at least Scott and Jean and some other ones, and it takes the approach I hated that the movies did, where they all just looked very samey.
1000% agree. I do love the OG blue and yellow, but the first Wolverine costume that I loved as a kid was this one, the brown and yellow.
Yeah, and I mean, we did see this suit get absolutely shredded at the end of season 1, so it's nice to see it back.
Yeah, 100%.
You got Psylocke in there too.
If we get this trailer, we won't be able to talk about it until Monday because it's going to come out over the weekend. So.
I am definitely going to react to this tomorrow if it drops.
Yeah. By the way, did everyone look at the private chat and did you come up with 3 dream things that you want to see? Okay.
Yeah.
It's a very big category, so I figure it would be pretty easy for people to come up with stuff. South Texas Shark, we will look at that super chat after we're done with this. Who is playing for this? Is everybody playing this game or no?
Yeah. Yep,
the private chat list?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going pretty basic with my choices, I think.
Yeah, mine would probably be a lot better if I didn't write them down when I was groggy. Because I was ready. I was sitting in my chair waiting for the stream to start, and then just conked out until about 1 o'clock.
It's okay. All right, so we're gonna spin the wheel. I have mine already, ready to go. Chat, you always complain to me that we use pizza too much. So we're not going to do pizza tonight.
Is there ever a such thing as too much pizza?
I don't think so.
Before we start, Jaybird, bless you. Jaybird says, "Are we going to talk about the Starfleet Academy hate at all? Or are we pushing that aside?"
No, we are.
Haven't we talked about that a bunch already?
We have, but there's one specific tweet that we're going to talk about.
Oh, okay.
I'm saving it till after all of this. We are going to talk about that. Yeah, this is that's a separate thing. 100%.
I was going to say, I feel like we've talked about that week after week.
No. This is it's a very specific tweet we're going to talk about. So yes, it's in the title of the stream. It's a specific tweet. Yes.
I didn't even see the title of the stream.
Yeah, I'm separating it from everything else because I want to talk about it at the very end. So don't go anywhere. That is the last main topic before we do our super chats and head out. All right, so here we go. Let's spin the wheel on this one. What is that? What am I hearing in the background? Hold on for a second. It's Jake. Jake is the one, but what I'm hearing a TV show or something in the background.
I'm not hearing anything.
It said he's attacking Lady Liberty. What am I hearing?
I heard that too.
What?
I heard that. It sounded like a TV on in the background.
Yeah.
Is it like a TikTok or something, maybe?
I don't know what it is, but I definitely heard. Did everybody else heard it? Yeah, everybody else heard it as well.
I heard something. I didn't know what it was though.
I mean, if it's background noise, that's fine. But I don't know who it is. Where it's coming from. Anyway, Jake, you.
Sorry, my emulator was still on from earlier. My bad.
Oh, okay. Jake, you are up. So, what is your first one?
So, yeah, your whole criteria for this was, dream movies, TV shows. I don't want to give this one 2 slots, so I'll just kind of mention both in the same slot.
Okay.
So you guys know I love the movie of the shirt that I'm repping right now. And not only would my dream movie have been the original version of Spider-Man 3 that Raimi wanted to make, but also the 4th one that we never got to see. And I say that with a little bit of an asterisk because the story that he wanted to tell back in 2011, I don't really think you could do that now, especially with just the way things have happened in the world. But I mean, if we're talking dream here, I would like to see that story told. But if we're talking about realistic dreams, which that doesn't make any sense, but just a version of a 4th movie. Will it happen? Probably not. But a guy can dream.
Yeah, cake is good. We'll do cake is good and orange is bad.
So yeah, that first answer probably didn't shock anybody.
No, not at all. All right, let's spin the wheel. Who do we got next? Oh my God! What are the chances? Jake, what is your next one?
Well, I got to bring this one up too. Going into the other fandom, if you will. Darren's probably going to say this coming from a mile away, as is the chat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Give me a Ted Grant-led project.
Okay, there we go.
I mean, I'm not going to be picky.
TV show or movie or whatever, you don't care?
I'd be fine either way. Just, make him the lead and, make him an actual competent boxer and not whatever Arrow did.
I prefer the Arrow. I wish we could get an Arrow spin off of that version of him. That would be really good. All right, here we go.
It'd have been funny if it landed on me a 3rd time.
Oh, we got Joe. All right. What do you got, Joe?
All right, I changed my mind. I was initially going to name a movie that was made,
right?
But we didn't get to see it.
I mean, that counts. But go ahead. Yeah.
I think no. I still think we're going to see Batgirl someday, because it's in a can somewhere. I'm going to shoot for the stars and name a movie that we probably won't. Shazam 3. I would love a Shazam 3.
With Zachary Levi?
Wait! In the same universe, the Shazam universe.
Yeah,
okay.
I would love one that ties up the Mr. Mind storyline. They teased Mr. Mind.
They teased at the end of Superman or Shazam 1.
Shazam 1 and Shazam 2. Give us Shazam and Shazam versus the Monster Society of Evil. That would be tie that franchise. That would be a dream project.
Yeah,
I mean that's you if we can recast.
What's that?
I'm with you if we can recast Zachary Levi.
No,
I don't want to give.
It's got to be Zachary Levi. It's got to be Zach.
We can't keep giving him work. I fear.
All right, let's see what we got here. Is it going to be me or
no?
It is me. I'm just gonna my favorite. I'm gonna get it out of the way because I feel like somebody might take this. Honestly, Batman Beyond.
Oh,
I thought about it.
I want a Batman Beyond movie, and like Jake said, I will take a TV show. Give me either one of those, and I'm absolutely good with it. I would love Batman Beyond.
So I'll say this, and like they were looking at doing it like back in 2000 when Adam West was still alive and having him be the old Batman.
Yeah.
Then there were chances to do it with Michael Keaton, but it doesn't look like that was ever going to happen. I always said you could do a Batman Beyond Arrowverse show with Kevin Conroy as the old man Bruce Wayne, which would have been fucking phenomenal. Or, and this is honestly the most likely thing to happen, give me like a Batman Beyond animated movie with its own Spider-Verse animation style.
Yeah.
I would love that too. I would totally love that.
Great.
All right, let me go ahead and spin the wheel. Who do we got next? Let's go. Oh, we got Crazy Joe. They're never going to give it to Darren. All right, go ahead, Joe.
Been a lot of talk recently about the Muppet Show coming back as a full series. I'd love to see that happen, but what I would love even more than that, in 2015, there was a series called The Muppets about the crew working on a show called Up Late with Miss Piggy. I loved that show, and I would love to see a season 2 of The Muppets. If I had to pick between bringing The Muppet Show back or season 2 of The Muppets, I'd want season 2 of The Muppets, because we already had The Muppet Show. Right. We only got 16 episodes of The Muppets.
Okay. All right.
Fair enough.
Let's see what we got. Is Darren going to get a chance?
I think it'd be funny just to save all mine for last.
Get all 3 at the end.
Oh my god, maybe.
My next one, and I will take this in animation, please, but live action will be fine as well. Samurai Jack. I would love to see something from Samurai Jack, and preferably animated in that old style, just made like with modern style, like HD and everything. Prefer that. But if we want to do live action, I'm cool. We'd have to talk about casting, but Samurai Jack would be mine. So, all right, spin the wheel.
The Wheel of Doom.
Wait.
I take my last one, so it's fine.
Finally.
There we go. Darren, what is your first one? I feel like it's taking forever to get here.
Okay, I want to say up front, I purposely did not pick Ben 10 because that was the boring one. I want a new Ben 10 show more than anything, but I'm going to leave that aside because I've talked about that enough. For my first pick, and there's kind of two bobbling in my mind, and they're both in like the same genre, so I want to mention both. Either a sequel series of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. titled Agents of S.W.O.R.D. I would really, really enjoy that, especially in the current state of the MCU. I think that'd be great. Or go back to what you wanted to do and give me that Ghost Rider TV show set in the world of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. with Rami Reyes.
All right.
Like either or, I'd be over the moon about. So.
All right. Here we go.
That was the best part of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. for me, was that. 'Cause after that, I pretty much stopped watching.
Oh. All right. I can't believe is this my last one?
Yep.
All right. All right. Let me look at my list here. I've got a few different ones.
I know my last one's safe.
It's 2 or 3 that I could do. You know what? I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go with my gut here, and I'm gonna say gargoyles. Something related to gargoyles. Like, I love that. That's one of my favorite cartoons, huh?
We're getting it. We're getting like a live action show.
I want it to happen sooner, though. I wanted to see some actual production happening on it. So,
fair enough.
Yeah, no, Gargoyles to me is one of the best anime. What did you say, Jake?
I was gonna say insert the Family Guy Peter Griffin clip, but I want it now.
I want it right. Yes, I want it right now.
When it come up tomorrow, it comes out on Disney Plus.
Yes,
we get to watch
whatever.
It.
Yeah. Right. My other option was the Jetsons. I'd like to see the Jetsons be updated. I think that would be kind of fun.
They're making a live action movie of that too.
Yeah. All right, Darren, here you go.
Okay. So this one's very fresh on my mind because there's been like a lot of interviews with these actors recently and things that they wanted to do but they couldn't do. I really loved and I thought had a lot of potential with that 2017 Power Rangers movie that they made. They recently came out and said they had plans for 7 movies, 6 sequels to carry out from that. And while I think that movie was flawed in some areas, I just wanted to see more. I wanted to see where it was going. I wanted to see what they would have done with that world. And I'd love if someday they give them, I guess you can't really do it now because they're all like in their mid-30s at this point. But I would have loved to have seen that.
Yeah.
Are we able to give like quick honorable mentions at the end?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, when you get to the last one, that's why I threw out my honorable mention. So, the category is dream projects. It can be anything. It's pretty much just whatever. So, all right. Yeah, after you're done with yours, if you want to quickly give a shout out to one of your your honorable mentions, you can. Oh, look at that! Darren just like speed ran everybody. So
how funny would it be if I had like 2 back-to-back to start and then I finished it off?
Okay. Okay, I'm going with one that is the definition of a dream project and would never happen.
Okay.
Give me a 15 to 20 episode mini-series, limited series that is a wrap-up of the entire Arrowverse. We're wrapping up Legends of Tomorrow, Batwoman.
Are we bringing all the actors back too? Like everybody that was
all
part
the
of
actors come back. Grant comes back. Steven comes back. Melissa comes back. We bring over Superman from his Earth. We bring in Stargirl. We wrap up any single loose plot line that we cried that we couldn't get the endings of. This is the ultimate showdown to wrap up to my favorite cinematic universe that we ever had. Perfect show, 10 out of 10, no notes, puts every cinematic universe name, the perfect show.
Eric Wallace is showrunner?
No, I'll take over as showrunner, please and thank you.
Darren, question, are you actually going to give David Ramsey a damn ring?
I'll give him 20 rings to make his time worth it. One for every finger.
It looks like Jake predicted it, so Joe gets his final, and then Jake is going to get to go last. So
yeah, no, Jake, I think your volume's off again, man. We can barely hear you.
How about now?
You're good.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know why it only happens to me when I'm on your show. It never happens to me anywhere else.
I literally just noticed it as you were talking. It's like it kept going down. Okay. What do you got, Joe?
All right. This one's very attainable. This could happen. In 2035, January 1st, 2035, the Detective Comics number 27 version of Batman enters the public domain. And I think that it would be absolutely positively foolish if Sony doesn't put out a Spider-Man Batman movie in 2035.
Oh,
okay. There we go. All right, Jake, you get your final one, and then if you said you had an honorable mention or whatever, so go ahead.
Yeah. So mine is another one that is definitely attainable and has kind of been a dream project of mine for a while now. So I'm going to another one of my favorite franchises. We're taking a trip down to the Evil Dead side of things, and we have a new movie coming out in the summer, which I'm definitely going to go see it. But my dream project for that universe, the whole thing that you got introduced to an Army of Darkness, which actually just turned 33 yesterday. So you're introduced to 3 books of the dead that are like spread out across the world. You have Ash, Bruce Campbell's book. You have the book that was introduced in the 2013 movie, and the book that was introduced in Evil Dead Rise a few years back. Give me a movie where all 3 book holders come together and face a bunch of deadites and put the books to rest to wrap up that franchise.
Okay.
One where all 3 book holders come together.
Okay.
Love that so much.
So you mean like any loose ends from any of the stories get wrapped up? Okay.
Yeah. Because, Bruce Campbell's nearing 70 years old. Raimi's nearing 70. It's like...
Well, we have AI, Jake. We can just bring him back as AI. So.
Nope. But Campbell has said that he will only return as Ash in live action if Raimi directs it. So that's a thing there. And as an honorable mention, something that we almost got, and if Warner Brothers wouldn't have fucked around and found out, then we would have gotten it. Ben Affleck's Batman movie. That I would have loved for that, and I won't say
directed by Zack Snyder.
I wouldn't even be mad.
I
wouldn't even be mad.
James Gunn?
No.
No. He can wait till 2035 and take on Spider-Man.
No, I won't say what I may have read or may have not read, but that looked to be like the best damn Batman movie we were ever going to get.
Yeah. I kind of was bummed we didn't get that because even though the suit sucked, I think the vibe of Batman was really good in the Flash movie. The suit sucked.
I thought you were talking about
the suit.
I like the Affleck Batman suits.
I liked all of them except for the one in the Flash movie. That's the only one I didn't like.
His best one was his first one.
You're from the Flash movie? That was your favorite one?
Yeah. It looks a little more,
Hold on, I want to look at that because I remember it not being good, but let me double check.
That was ugly as shit. That weird honeycomb design, the spread out bat. Ugh.
Shout out to Lone Wolf who said gifted for his dream projects. That's a fantastic pick.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. And it? Westworld. Yeah, Westworld was good. It got a little weird towards the end, but Westworld was good.
Heroes, man. Give me a good continuation of Heroes because, man, that revival show sucked.
Yeah.
My other silly, honorable mention that would never happen is give me my MCU anthology series where each episode is just various characters in the MCU we haven't got back to in a while.
Okay. No.
Awesome.
Go ahead, Joe.
I was going to say, I proposed this years ago. I thought there should have been an MCU anthology series that wasn't about superheroes. There should have been an MCU anthology series on Disney Plus called The Snap, where every episode like just showed how the snap affected.
Oh, you mean with just regular people living in the MCU?
How did normal people deal with the departure and return of their loved ones?
We got a little bit of that in Falcon and Winter Soldier, but not enough.
Yeah. And then friggin' Far From Home does a 5-second joke about it and never brings it up again.
Yeah.
Yep. I just talked about that today.
Harrison James here, channel member for 5 months, is Speed Racer ESC movie set in the Star Wars universe, right? Is that Star Wars?
I would assume so.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Right here, Fetman goes, my picks TMNT Last Ronin movie. Yes. Justice League Dark movie and Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic show. Okay.
You're cooking. Yeah. Last Ronin, I also thought about putting on mine. I want that project so fucking bad.
All right.
I don't know if you guys covered it already, but the news that it was supposed to be connected to the 90s or the 80s Spider-Man Turtle movie Spider-Man. Oh my gosh. He's out with
what?
So this is your favorite suit, Joe?
It's one of them. Okay. It's one of them. I like it. It's got a very comic booky kind of look about it. Not like the comic, but
I don't
comic
like the
booky.
middle parts. Like I don't like the little like holes in the middle.
The weird honeycomb design ruins it.
I kind of dig it. I think it's got like a neat armored look.
I think they gave Affleck his worst suit in his final performance.
I kind of wish it. This is going to sound very weird, but I kind of wish there was a cup or something there, like to. It's too empty in the middle for me.
I thought. I thought you had a different kind of cup.
Candagrass says, "Wow, the quality of that photo looks like
damn,
Darren." So.
True.
I'll say this: they totally stepped up the Flash costume after that awful suit from Justice League.
I don't like this one either, though.
I think they're both bad.
This one is okay everywhere except for the mask. I hate the mask. The mask looks like an alien Ablong head. I just don't like it.
It's like he's wearing a red condom.
Yeah, the suit is okay, I guess. The mask is not great for me.
Honestly, I think that's just Ezra Miller's head. Like I think they had to contour the mask to the shape of his head. I think that's the shape of his head.
Am I body shaming him when I don't like the mask? Is that what's happening here?
He's kind of like a long-haired guy. They probably had to squeeze a lot of hair in there.
Yeah.
The fact that the CW made at least 4 Flash suits that were way better than the movie ones is
Chris says
telling.
these suits are ask and DCEU Flash never had a good suit or cowl. Okay.
Yeah. What, Darren, would you say?
That same year, we had a better Flash suit.
Yeah. Jose said 1 week
Oh,
until
yeah.
Monarch Legacy of Monster Season 2 starts. Are you ready? I actually watched the trailer again today because I'm so excited for it. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this season for sure.
Yeah.
100%. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're going to talk about the tweet that I wanted to bring up about Starfleet Academy.
You want to end the stream on a bad note? Kidding.
No, because we're going to do the pats.
kidding.
But this was from today, Nerdrotic here. I saw this and I'm like, okay, so it's just homophobia now. Like they're not even criticizing the show or the writing or the characters. It's just homophobia. That's it. There's no joke, no punchline, nothing. So Starfleet Academy keeps hitting the bottom. And by the way, I want to point out also, and I think this is a really important thing to discuss. Someone can be homophobic without the targets being gay people. I think you guys need to understand that. Homophobia can exist. Like, if someone can actually be homophobic against someone that isn't gay if the insults are in nature homophobic insults. Because we don't know if these characters are gay. And what I mean by that is, 2 men being together is not de facto they're gay. You could be casually bisexual, like Joe is. You could be pansexual.
And I always said a casual bisexual. I said this from day one. Wears a Hawaiian shirt.
True.
And what did Jaden have in this episode?
Right, that's true. They were going to Ibiza, I think is where they were going. So, but my issue is that they immediately classify them. And by the way, I also want to point out, we discussed this before about Star Trek Starfleet Academy and Star Trek in general, that sexuality as we assign them for us doesn't exist for alien species because we don't know if they look at sexuality the same way we do. It's not really been explained. You'd have to go planet by planet and species by species to figure that out. And here it says that the actor for Jaden did describe him as a gay Klingon on a recent TikTok outside the show. Right, but that could be just for us to understand the relationship. In the series, what does gay in Klingon mean? What does that mean? You know what I mean? Like, you have to really think about this. What does that mean in the sense of this alien species? Because we talked about a triad relationship in the show. We still don't understand how that functions because we didn't really get a lot of time with those characters. But what does that mean in the context of the world that we're existing in? There's so much nuance that it's almost impossible to look at it in a way that makes sense without really diving into like the cultural aspects of how Klingons see sexuality, and we just don't know. We're just not sure. Well, we don't know because the issue is they haven't talked about it. And honestly, I don't think they have to. I don't think it's necessary to even get into that on the show. But if we're going to get mad about characters being in a relationship, do they have to talk about it? Is it something they need to bring up? Do they need to even push harder on it because people don't seem to understand it? So it really, really is one of those things where there's just not enough context to really understand it. Now, the question is, we're coming up on the end of the season. How many episodes do we have left, Joe?
3.
Okay, so we're coming up on the end of the season. We kind of see these characters leaning into a relationship. We don't know what that relationship is going to look like. I don't know if we have enough time to even dive into like what this is, what it will mean for the show, what it'll mean for the characters. I don't feel like there's a lot of time for that, especially when the last 2 episodes are probably going to be establishing the storyline with Caleb and his mother and all of that. I think that's the direction we're heading. So we have maybe one more episode this season where we can dive into stuff on the characters. And I don't, because this episode was very character driven. There wasn't a lot of story outside of individual relationships with the characters. They're not going to do another episode like that before the end of the season. I don't think we're going to see another episode like the one we got this week. So that means that the next episode will probably be stuff about the entire group of characters coming together, getting ready for what's going to happen in the penultimate and the final episode. So I think that's what we're going to see. But these guys can't even watch the show and critique the show on what's happening in the series. You know what I mean?
Well, Eric, those kind of people have never been good at masking their true intentions.
Yeah. Okay. I want to say something to you guys, and I think this is really important. I know what rage baiting is, but rage baiting is still derogatory. It's still something that has to be addressed. If we go, hey, that person is attacking gay people every single day, and he's just rage baiting, so let's not even acknowledge it. I don't think that's a fair assessment. I am not outraged by what he's saying. I'm not, quote unquote, offended by what he's saying. I'm pointing out that these guys who act like they're criticizing these TV shows and movies are not actually contributing to criticism. And they're in the critic space. It's a very big issue we have on YouTube right now, where we have these guys doing this, and they're not actually criticizing the show. People would say they're critics of movies and TV shows. I would say they're not. I don't think they're actually critics. I think they're just online commentators that try to fucking say edgy stuff. And it contributes negatively to actual film and TV criticism.
I hate the phrase rage baiting. Like, I can't stand that phrase because, like, I'll be on like social media. Used to be Twitter. I don't go on Twitter anymore, or Facebook, and I'll go to like movie related topics, whatever. And we'll be talking about movies or something, and someone will say like, "Oh, what's your favorite this or that?" And I give an answer, and people go, "That's rage bait. That's rage bait." And I think, what an egotistical thing to say, because you took my opinion and made it about you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm saying what I like to make you angry. So this is no longer, that's like narcissism. You think that my opinion is about you.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
yeah.
Go to hell.
Yeah. So like Lone Wolf, I get what you're saying. He's rage baiting for attention, and clicks does really matter what this fuckwad thinks. Just saying. I understand what you're saying, and I appreciate the feedback. Obviously, you're here to be constructive, so thank you for that. But one of the things that I do is I make sure that I draw attention to this kind of negative stuff so people are aware. Because we know it's rage baiting, right? But does the rest of the public know that it's rage baiting? And what if it's not? What if he's not rage baiting? What if that's his real opinion about what he's looking at?
Considering how much they like to throw that term around, I wouldn't be surprised if someone's making that assumption already.
Well, and this is not about Lone Wolf. I'll go even a step.
Not him, no.
Yeah. I would go a step further, Joe, and say that rage baiting, if somebody says that they are rage baiting, it is a lazy excuse to not engage with the actual subject matter. It is lazy. Because if I go, I hate that fucking show. It's all slop, and that character is just dumb and whatever. And then somebody goes, "Well, can you explain your position?" I'm just rage baiting. I was just rage baiting you, and you fell for it. Like, that's so lazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's such a lazy way to get out of jail free when it comes to these guys. You know what I mean? So I don't know if he is or if he isn't, but I have to assume that what he's saying, he's trying to he's trying to send a signal. It's like tribal signaling, right? Like he is saying this because he knows that his base agrees with this, and so he's just drumming up that from his audience that does love to be mad about stuff.
I'd like
that's
to point,
fine. So
I'd like to point out, Chris mentioned anyone who thinks these chuds are critics has issues in the head, and that includes Robert Meyer Burnett. Or actually, he wrote RBM. Maybe that wasn't supposed to be Robert Meyer Burnett. I don't know. I assumed he meant Robert Meyer Burnett. But I'd like to point out, I've been friends on Facebook with Robert Meyer Burnett since long before he was on YouTube. Long before he was on YouTube. And years ago on Facebook, he wrote a post where he was giving his idea of what a new Star Trek show should be.
Right.
And it was during that time when we weren't getting Star Trek on television. And he mentioned that in Star Trek's future, everyone should be pansexual because we've moved past,
who said this?
Robert Meyer Burnett.
Okay.
This
when
is
was
years
this?
ago.
Okay.
Many years ago. On Facebook, he goes, in Star Trek's future, everyone should be pansexual because we should have moved past our primitive ideas of sexuality. And now he's standing with the group that is complaining about two men kissing on a Star Trek show.
Yeah, that's true. Harrison James here says the main issue bar the bigotry is that they pose as critics and are sadly some of the largest voices in the space. This is the last thing I'm going to say about it before I move on, and then we're going to look at the polls and see what everybody voted on. When I was running just the Eric's Reloaded channel, and it was my main channel, and this is the kind of content that I was making, I thought to myself, I see all of these people doing this, and I'm just going to ignore them because people are not going to listen to them and they're going to go away. And guess what happened? They didn't go away. And these were back when the channels were the same size as my channel. They just kept growing and growing and growing. And now some of them have millions of subscribers. I think that it's absolutely insane to assume not acknowledging them is going to be a net positive. That's why I created a second channel so I could address it. And I get it. Not everybody wants to see it. Not everybody wants to talk about it. And that's part of the reason why I saved it to the end of the stream, because I was like, I'm going to save it to the end so we can address it at the very end. And then that way, if people don't want to engage in it, they can say I'm out for the night or whatever. But I'm glad you guys stuck around. We still have over 100 people watching between two channels, which means that most of you stayed. And I do appreciate it because I think that we have to acknowledge that this stuff exists and denounce it. That's it. Like that's really what it is.
I do not subscribe to that whole, ignorance is bliss philosophy.
Yeah, I can't do it. Chris says he was referring to Robert Meyer Burnett. So
I can't tell you how many times, like when Discovery started around 2016, 2017, when first season of Discovery, how many people would say, just ignore these guys. Just don't give them attention. Just ignore these guys. But what people don't understand is they are having real world consequences on the media.
Right.
Because take review bombing, for example. We're pretty savvy people. We know they're review bombing.
Yeah.
We know Starfleet Academy is getting review bombed. There are people who are not as media savvy as we are. And they will look at Rotten Tomatoes or something and see a rotten score and go, this isn't being well received.
Yeah.
And that and that's their goal. They want these things to fail because if they're going on YouTube and saying this is failing, and it's a huge hit like House of the Dragon, they usually have to pivot because then they look like idiots, and they want to keep people having faith, their base to have faith in them. So it's not good if they come down on something and it's a hit, because even with Star Trek Discovery, lasted 5 seasons, they always had excuses.
Yeah.
They always say, "Oh no, it's failing. It's failing." They're just renewing it because they don't have anything else.
Even though the modern Trek thing is like where it used to be 7 seasons, now most of them are 5 seasons. That's kind of where they they end the live shows, or they're trying to end the live shows at 5 seasons.
Right.
So
I think back to that quote from the Lone Ranger where they say, all it takes for bad men to prosper is for good men to do nothing. You said, like, if you do nothing, you ignore it, then you are letting the problem continue.
yeah, I agree, Columbia Rican. I agree with the statement. I do want to pull up Lone Wolves as well. This is important too. I watch certain critics, and I've mentioned them on here a few times, and they're on a part of the woke crowd. They think that they give critics a bad name, and they do. Those guys do, because they're not actual critics. They have, and they hate when I say this, but they have no media literacy. They don't understand the media they're reacting to. They don't. All they know is woke, bad, DEI, gay this, gay that. That's all they know.
They use those terms, but they don't even know what they mean.
Right. So we need a palate cleanser. So here's what we're going to do. We got a super chat from South Texas Shark. It's the last one that we have right now. It's a $2 super chat. And then we're going to look at our polls and see where we're at. Then we're going to head out. South Texas Shark, $2 super chat. What did you watch this week? I want you guys to drop at least 1 or 2 recommendations of something you're watching this week that you want to shout out. So we'll go clockwise. So Darren, you are first.
I finished it a couple days ago. Actually, I haven't done the latest season yet, but me and Taz have been covering Shrinking, the Apple TV series with Harrison Ford, Jason Segel. Wonderful show.
It's a tear-jerking show. Every episode makes you cry. So
really good. I name dropped it a couple times, but I did Endgame last night, and I rewatched Far From Home as well. I finished my rewatch of the Infinity Saga, if you will, which I've been doing for a year and a half.
So you're getting ready for this year. You're prepared.
You said Endgame, Darren?
Yeah, I did Endgame and Far From Home. So
the third best Avengers movie. Nice.
Yes, I agree.
All right. Jake, what do you got? A couple shout outs for some stuff for people to watch.
Well, this isn't a new show. It's been out for a while, but I was a little late to the party. You were talking about Star Trek earlier. Working my way through Strange New Worlds at the moment.
Ooh, good series.
I'm halfway through season 2. Watched what was it? It was a Miranda Baccarin movie that's been out recently, and I've already forgot the damn name of it.
Greenland.
Yeah.
Okay.
Saw that.
By the way, great shirt, Jake. I love that shirt you have on. The shirt.
Oh,
great shirt.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Even though you hate this movie,
I do, but I love the shirt. I love the design. So,
yeah.
All right. So, anything else?
There.
Okay.
Not that I can think of. I mean, it's not that isn't part of my daily routine or habit. I'll rewatch old stuff that I've seen time and time again, just with a morning coffee. Yeah. So.
All right. And Joe, you got any suggestions?
Oh yes, I do. There is a movie I saw this week. I saw Cold Storage too. Mm-hmm. Joe Keery and Liam Neeson. Not bad. Fun little movie. Not terrific, but not bad. But there's another movie out right now. Not only do I think it's the best movie out right now, I also think it's the best movie I've seen so far this year. Granted, it's a short year. And I'm going to put it on my list already of the best movies of the 2020s. This is just a phenomenal film, and everyone should see it. And that is Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die.
You mentioned this to me. Yeah.
I need to watch it.
I love this movie. It is a really smart sci-fi movie. It's got time travel. It's got multiple realities. It's got AI gone wrong. It's got a really quirky sense of humor. Great cast, including Sam Rockwell, Michael Pena, Zazie Beetz, Juno Temple. I can't wait to see it again. But yeah, please do yourself a favor. Go see Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die.
Okay.
Oh,
and I'm gonna go ahead.
I just got one more shout out. Sorry, I just remembered it. Season 3 of School Spirits just started. Great show. Watch that.
Okay. Okay. So I will give 2. And one of them we just talked about. Check out Starfleet Academy. I think it's a lot of fun. But outside of that, I just got done binging a show on Peacock that I didn't realize was a thing. And then I clicked on it. I'm like, oh, the whole season is out. And it's a TV show based on the movie The Burbs. I don't know if you guys have seen this or not.
Oh, nice.
But the show is on Peacock. It's I think it's 8 episodes. It's really good. It's got a lot of mysteries in it. and it doesn't take a lot from the movie. It's a completely separate story, a separate mystery. So definitely check that out if you got Peacock. I think it's a good one. So thank you so much for that super chat, South Texas Shark. Does anybody watch School Spirit? Should I be covering it at Films here?
I enjoy it a lot.
I've heard great things. I started I know you already wrapped it up, but I've also started rewatching Ted Lasso in preparation for the new season.
That's good.
Bob,
Organized Chaos Bob also liked the movie Joe was talking about it. That's what he's talking about.
School Spirits, that stars the other Peyton List, right? Peyton List number 2.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to Revival on Peacock. Revival is so damn good.
This is a super chat asking Darren a question, so I have to send Darren a pigeon, $2 on a pigeon. Darren, fave character on The Pit? For me, it's Langdon.
Ooh, Mel. Mel's my favorite. I like Mel a lot, and that's another good pick. I
be watching this season of The Pit? I haven't started it yet. So okay.
The Pit's so good. The way this one ends is because it's been a sort of slower season. I know some people haven't loved it as much. But the way this one ends, it's okay, this is the moment we've been waiting for. This is what it's all been building to.
Yeah. Cole likes School Spirits as well. Good show. All right.
So Darren, I got recommended something that I know you've seen, and other people on the panel might have seen it. I keep getting recommended Pluribus.
Pluribus is incredible. It's incredible. Yeah. It's a little draggy towards the end, it slows down a little bit, but it's still really good.
Yeah.
Ghost Bumble says, I like Starfleet Academy. I do not like the modern slang and verbiage, though. Can you imagine if they said dope, cool, sweet, wicked, Star Trek Next Generation? So I understand if you don't like it, and that's fine. Aesthetically, I don't like when movies and TV shows use modern music in something that's supposed to be in ancient Rome or something. I don't like that either. So I understand if you have a vibe towards it. But I want to explain this because I talked about this. I did a short on it, I think, last week. The reason why they do these kinds of things is because they want to make communication understandable for the target audience that they're trying to hit. And because the show is definitely trying to reach a younger audience, they don't want to use things that the younger audience doesn't automatically understand. So some of the words are going to be more common in modern words. Because the truth is, if they were speaking in English in 1,000 years from now, we wouldn't understand them anyway. That's just the reality of it. So there can only be so much this is really 1,000 years from now before it becomes difficult to understand. Because I think somebody was complaining about them using the term cannibal to explain aliens that eat other people. What? And it's because they were talking about hybrid aliens that have human DNA, and they said they're also cannibals. And people were like, well, that isn't really what a cannibal is. And I'm like, yeah, but they're just trying to explain to the audience what they do. It wasn't for the people in the show. It was for us that's watching the show. That's what that was. It was an easy, quick explainer for what it is. Because when they said, they're Amonies. Oh, what is an enemy? Amity. Amity is when
Amity Island.
No, they would say it's like when a species eats another species and it happens to be another living person. You have to go through this whole explainer for why that word means what it means. When you could just say cannibal and the audience understands what that means. So I understand it's a shortcut and people aren't going to like that, and that's cool. You don't have to. But I do think that we have to understand also that they can't. They have to make the language relatable to the if you go back and you watch Star Trek from the 80s, they say things there that might have been more tuned towards the 80s, and we might not totally understand what that means. So I get it.
Are you sure they won't like a shortcut? Because people these days strive for the quick and easy explanation that requires the least amount of research.
So Ghost Bubble says, I understand that, but I also think it's a stupid. Well, but it's not necessarily just for us individually. It's for the broader demographic. I know this comes as a surprise, but most people that watch these shows are not quote unquote diehard fans. It's a very casual audience that tunes in. They want Starfleet Academy to be extremely accessible for people that might click on it to watch Star Trek for the first time. That's what they want. So that's why the lingo and the demographic is being marketed towards a younger audience. I'm not saying you have to like it, and you can say it's a stupid reason, and that's totally your opinion, but I think they're doing exactly what... I think because Paramount Plus doesn't have a lot of shows for an audience specifically under the age of 25, which is definitely the target audience for Starfleet Academy. Starfleet Academy is an 18 to 25 audience. The only other show on Paramount Plus that caters to that demographic is School Spirits.
Do you think Starfleet has been broadly accessible so far to the point where if someone saw that as their first piece of Star Trek media, they wouldn't be totally in the dark?
Yes. I think somebody that doesn't watch Star Trek could tune into that show and understand it, because it's actually more about school than it is Star Trek. It's about characters in school existing together, and the Star Trek elements are ancillary to what the characters are doing, which is part of the problem that so many OG Star Trek people have had it with it, is that it leans more. This is why I talked about what it is. It's a coming of age show. So it leans more into that than it does Star Trek. And I think that's what a lot of people have issues with it.
I guess the characters have school spirit then.
Yes, definitely, 100%. Okay, Candographs, I will check. Thank you so much. TNG, they said eager beaver. Yeah, exactly. Like, nobody says that anymore. So
who remembers when they said leave it to beaver?
Yeah. Ghost Bumble says, I think Star Trek Prodigy did a better job at being a pill into a broader audience, in my opinion. Okay, so without right. The show got canceled. But I do want to say my thing is, oh gosh, how do I follow this tree? Hold on, give me a second.
What?
I'm trying to create a tree of dialogue here. So we're already dealing with universal translators across many different species that don't speak the same language. So we're already accepting the disbelief is already that these characters can communicate with each other and everything is understandable because they have universal translators. So that's the one hoop that you have to go through already. So then you get down to, I don't like the fact that the translation are words that people might know today, even though the whole point of the universal translator is to understand what other people are saying in the context of how you hear it. So as audiences watching it today, the translators translating it into words that we understand in 2026 makes sense as a viewing audience, because we're not actually there on the planet with them using those universal translators. And I know that's tough to understand, but that's exactly how they see it when they're writing the show. So if you're going to jump through one hoop, how many hoops can you jump through before you tap out? That's really, you're going to have to decide that for yourself.
The only thing I really hated was, and Discovery and Picard are the guilty parties here. They haven't done it on Strange New Worlds or Starfleet Academy.
Right.
I hated the F-bombs. Really bothered me that they were dropping F-bombs.
You know what's bothered me in Star Trek since the existence of Star Trek? This has always bothered me, but I overlook it because I enjoy the shows. Why is it that sometimes the universal translator translates stuff and sometimes it doesn't? What is the rhyme or reason behind that? Like, for example,
Plutonium.
Exactly. So I have to overlook that in every version of Star Trek because it happens in every version of Star Trek. There'll be an episode where somebody's standing next to someone else with a universal translator and they'll go, in Klingon, this is what it sounds like. And then they'll say it, but they wouldn't hear it in Klingon because everybody has universal translators. So my point is, we should not be seeing any alien language ever on Star Trek, if we're being honest about it. But we do sometimes because it's part of the story. And that's why it's like, for me, little things like that don't bother me because it's just part of the story. So, Staggervore with the 4.99 super chat. Conan O'Brien just announced that he's voicing a character in Toy Story 5. Who is he voicing? Do we know?
I think it might be the potty toy, if I'm not mistaken.
The potty toy.
Yeah, there's like a new potty toy in the movie.
Why is that fitting? Why is that fitting?
What do we know what the toy is?
Yeah, it's like a. Hold on.
You have a picture of it? I'm curious.
Yeah. No, I think that was announced a couple months ago.
Really?
Hold on.
Yeah. Ghost Bubble says, I mean, we use the same curse words we used to 500 years ago for the most part. But I don't even see that. My issue is, I understand it bothers you. I don't care about it because the universal translators are intended for us to understand what they're saying, not for those characters to speak exactly as how they would speak in the future, because that's an impossible thing. We would be reading subtitles at that point. So the universal translators are for us, the viewers.
I mean, at the end of the day, these are fictional universes.
Yes.
I just don't want to hear it on Star Trek because it should be.
I get it.
It should be accessible to families. I grew up watching Star Trek with my dad, but I can't let my young daughter watch like Picard because they're dropping F-bombs.
Yeah, and I understand that. Again, that's another thing where it's like everybody's going to have the one thing where they're like, this is not what I like, and I don't, and I don't want to watch it because of that reason. Smarty, I thought it said shitty pants. Shitty pants. Smarty pants. Okay, gotcha. So it's like a toilet paper thingy.
Yeah, it's like a potty training toy.
Okay.
I assume for a younger sibling that Bonnie will have.
Yeah.
The look and the design is kind of similar to that that like microphone extension toy that Woody had in the first movie.
Yeah. It malfunctions as much as the transporters. Yeah, you're talking about the universal translators or that. Yeah, that's funny. So Ghost Bubbles here says, oh, wait, hold on. No, that's not what I was looking at. Right here. I understand that I do think Generations, Voyagers, even Deep Space Nine did a better job with the whole not pretty modern lingo in the translations. I don't want to keep going into this because we're getting to the end of the stream now, but if you were watching it back then, I think wait, how old are you, Ghost Bumbles? Just curious. Are you like our age or are you younger? Or older? You could be older too. I'm not trying to, you don't have to tell me if you don't want to.
But I was here, Eric.
I know it's a little bit of that, right? When I was watching it back then, I felt like I could understand what they were saying in modern context, because they did still speak. Like, think about this. How many people on Star Trek would go on the holodeck and look up things historically, but then everybody in history would still talk to them so they could understand each other? That doesn't make any sense either. You know what I mean? So I don't care enough about it, I guess. It doesn't bother me. Like, I can understand the cursing thing. You're 41. Okay, so not much younger. The cursing thing doesn't bother me personally, but it is going to bother some people. And I understand the lingo is going to bother people. But I just feel like, for me, if those things are things that you can explain in the show, in the context of the show. Now, with the F-bomb stuff, that's just a thing about whether they want to be censored or not, whether it's for mature people or not. You're 31. Yeah, so okay. All right, with that being said, let's go ahead and run the poll here in the Reloaded channel, because we already did the debunks one, and see what everybody voted on. So, the series that I will be doing in the summer with a guest is going to be Arrowverse rewatch episodes. So,
I had a feeling that was going to win.
What that means, I'm going to put it here in my list here. What that means is I will do similar to what I did with Darren, where I will pick people where I stream one-on-one with, or I don't stream, I record a video one-on-one with them. They watch an episode of an Arrowverse show, and it can be one they request when I reach out to them. And then we will also sort of do like a pseudo interview. So it'll be like, talk about the show, ask them some questions about themselves, and we'll do one of those a week from June to August. So maybe we'll meet some new people by doing that. That's how I met a lot of people that I know today, is by doing that series. So anyway, that's pretty much it. We're out. Let's go ahead and do our shout outs for everybody, starting with Darren. We're going to do clockwise again. Do your shout outs, and then we're going to wrap up the show.
Yeah, I posted Pipeline today. We did our Muppets episode that I promoted Tuesday. And then, like I've teased today, next week's episode I did with me and Jake's friends, Ian. We talked Endgame, we talked Far From Home, talked a wrap up of that saga, and after credits on Monday as well. We're doing some Black Mirror, we're doing some Shrinking, and some other fun stuff over there. Okay. So,
what
Black
about
Mirror
you,
is
Jake?
good. I have not seen anything of it. Said I've heard Black Mirror is good. I have not seen anything of it.
Yeah, like we like to do it when there's like a blank period in TV shows coming out. We'd like to just throw it on. It's like isolated, and there's not. You can just kind of watch any of them.
Nice.
What about you, Jake?
My turn.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've got. Well, assuming we do get this tomorrow, then you're going to see a reaction from me about this tomorrow, if it actually does drop. Other than that, I'm working on, I'll say this, a lot of Spider-Man and Batman-centered videos right now. I'm not going to go into more specifics than that because that covers a lot of pools. But let's just say the Spider in the Bat will be getting a lot of focus from me in the coming weeks.
Okay. Joe, you put out a video today. I started watching. I haven't finished yet, but you did put out a video today. Where were you going again? Oh, wait, you went to the
Netflix house. Yeah, Netflix house, Philadelphia. My friend Dave Perillo. If you're not familiar with Dave Perillo, Google him. He's one of the best pop culture artists around. And Dave and I went to the Netflix house. Come over to Crazy Joe Adventures. I've been getting a lot of consistent uploads right now. I think there's some fun stuff up there. Unfortunately, my output's going to slow down in about a month when I go back to day shift. But right now, I'm getting some good stuff out there.
Yeah. All right, we got some people heading out. Thank you, Jay Bird, for being here. Xana says, have a good weekend, everyone. Appreciate it. We did get a last-minute super chat, so we'll do this very quickly. But I do want to give a shout-out. So Lone Wolf with a $5 super chat. We'll love to ask the panel real quick, sending a pic on Discord of a poll Boba made for Harvey Dent casting. Love to hear who you pick out of these. All right, so we're going to look at this, and then quickly everybody's going to go around, and if they have a personal opinion, just say who it is you would like to see. Here it goes. Boba said, who would you like to see, or who should play Christopher Dent? Harvey Dent's father. It was Harvey Dent's father in the Batman.
I don't know Harvey Dent's father.
I don't know either, but so just, I guess, based on these actors, right? Who we want to see. So who do we got? Thank you for the $5, Lone Wolf. I appreciate it. Okay, so I'll go first. I want to see Sam Neill come back. I haven't seen him recently in a lot of stuff, and he's one of my favorite actors. So I would like to see Sam Neill try it. Especially, I think he also resembles Sebastian Stan as well. So that'll be good.
I'll say Kevin Costner just to cause controversy in the space of just like, oh, he's back at DC.
Exactly. Yeah. Is he going to do
Another
this?
Father.
No.
I was about to say, I'll probably say Sam Neill also. You know, he was really big in the 90s and hasn't done much in recent years. But Darren brought it up before I said it. I could go without seeing Kevin Costner on another DC project. So.
Joe, any actor on this list you'd like to see come back and play a character in Batman?
Well, since Darren said Kevin Costner, I feel like I should throw out John Schneider. Get the other Jonathan Kennedy. But no, how come it's Kurt Russell-esque?
Yeah.
Can we just have Kurt Russell? I'll take Kurt Russell.
Would you do Kurt Russell for
Yeah.
sure? Okay. All right, well, there we go. Thank you for the super chat, Lone Wolf. Again, guys, next week is the final Monday Nerdcast. After that, Nerdcast will be on Tuesdays and Thursdays instead of Mondays and Thursdays. So thank you guys so much for noticing that. And thanks, everybody, for being on the stream. And we're going to get out of here. So have a good night, everyone. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you on Monday. Hey there, if you're seeing this, that means we have reached the end of the stream. Thanks so much for your continued support with comments, likes, subscriptions, super stickers, and super chats. I just want to give a special shout out to all of the channel members who have contributed to the success of this channel with paid tiers. On the screen, you will see your name displayed as a signal of appreciation from myself and the channel. If you would like to see your name on this list, consider selecting a tier with the join or plus button depending on your platform. Thanks again, everyone. Let's hang out soon in the next stream, and I'll see you then.